and reply to tweet.
Art and tea with my sister.
Like my shirt, there's dinosaurs. Sad dinosaur.
That's so cute.
Thank you.
https://www.twitch.tv/skinslip. Copy that.
Every time I copy that, it
Tweet.
puts an M in it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's because you're on mobile. So, yeah. Oh, yay. Yeah, exactly. Your junk channel. Sick streamer channel. Boop. Events, ideas. Is there do I get a shameless plugs? Shameless plugs. This is what I do. Shameless plugs. I'm plugging you. Do 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 do. That sounds sexual. Oops. I'm not plugging anybody. Super rad, super rad, super rad, super rad. I gotta make sure I open up JDownloader when I'm done. Ah, fuck. It's not perfect. I still get the pinched nerve's still there. It's just not as bad as it was. I finally figured out where it is, so I can like rub the area to make it a little better. So that's good. But I'm still have like my strength is definitely 30% weaker in my right arm still, so it's nerve's still pinched.
Ow.
I don't want it to be permanent.
No, definitely not.
I don't want to have weakness in my right arm forever. Please and thank you.
I think.
One story mention. Oh my god! Stop mentioning me on Twitter. I mean Instagram. Stop mentioning me on Instagram. I hate it.
Me?
Yeah, stop tagging me on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I know you didn't know until right now, but it's actually kind of really annoying to get around to it. You know.
Sorry.
No, it's alright. Just this is you learning now. You know. It's all good. Sharing a page I manage. Skin slip. Post to Facebook.
There we go. There's some papers. Okay. Right. Okay, I don't have.
Okay, I actually posted it to Facebook for once. Okay.
Yay! So you'll have to tell me.
All right. Well, art's to the right still, so you need to move the camera to the right a little.
Oh, no art is anywhere yet.
Oh well, the white paper was. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Here? You're like really close. Can you pull the camera back at all?
How's that?
Yeah. Now you need. Okay. Move the paper to your left.
Okay.
There you go. No, wait, hold on, a little lefter. Oh, you are horizontal. That's what's going on.
I'm horizontal?
Yeah, your camera's horizontal. You have to leave Discord and come back. Oh, no, wait, it fixed it when you just have to lock it down that way. Turn it off the auto turn.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
And now you should be able to point there. Ah, way better. Way better. You gotta tilt it down a little bit. Or I should say, tilt the camera up a little bit, because I think you need to bring... Whoa!
Hang on one second, because I loosened something, so...
Yeah, you're okay. I understand.
I have to tighten it up again. Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Is it broken already?
Yes.
What the fuck?
That's not good.
Well, that's annoying. Right now you look like a cat playing with something. You're like twirling it.
If you can, I don't know if you can see, there's a crack.
Oh, there's a crack. Holy shit. Do you have a zip tie? Do you have a zip tie at all, or a twist tie?
I don't.
If you go to the kitchen and get a twist tie or a zip tie, you can tighten that temporarily until you can get a replacement. Or tape it really tightly.
I do have tape.
Especially if you have electrical or duct tape. Especially those two would be good.
I do not have either of them. But
Because regular ass Scotch tape ain't gonna cut it. Masking tape might work. It sticks to a lot of
I
things.
have packing tape.
That might work.
How's this for now?
You need to tilt. You need to tilt the camera bottom. The one the part that's close to you needs to come up a bit. Yeah, there you go. All right. Yeah. Now you move the art to your right. Yeah. Since the camera can only sit one place because it's not tight, you have to just move the art around. So that's good. That's perfect, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, sucks that yet another fucking tripod's broken. You can just keep buying different ones until you find the one that doesn't break, right?
Right. I really like this one though because it has the ability to go flat, not like the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be my fault because I took it with me to Colorado. Check out my cool glove.
Your cool glove. Hey, you got one of them gloves.
Yeah.
Them art gloves that keep you from smearing your art or activating your tablet with your hand when you're drawing on the Wacom tablet. I've seen it for that too.
Okay.
I see my subtitles are still fucking terrible. I watched a friend's stream and they were really good. I don't know how they have really good subtitles and I have really bad ones. Like, it's not fair.
I didn't know either.
Oh, my microphone's not even where it's supposed to be. There we go. It's probably really far away for the chat for everyone watching. Hi, everyone. The art will commence soon. My sister here is getting herself set up. Super rad.
So I'm gonna do a warm-up art. What
Go
should
for
I
it.
do for
Wow.
a warm-up?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna mute my phone now. Thank you. Should make some eggs. Some Easter eggs. Or a pumpkin.
Easter eggs?
Or a pumpkin. Or some cherries. Or...
I did cherries.
Well, it's a warm-up art, so I don't know. I thought you were just going to sketch. So I was just like...
Yep.
You should make a cherry with an angry piranha-like face. So it's like cartoony, characterized cherry. It should be with lots of attitude. You know? Embodiment of the word of the sound.
So it shouldn't be a dinosaur.
I mean, it can be a dinosaur. I see you're drawing a dinosaur already.
I am.
You're very good at just drawing just doing none of the suggestions and drawing a dinosaur instead.
I like dinosaurs.
I like dinosaurs too. I just think it's funny. Ow. Hilarious.
Okay.
Michael, one of my mods, added Roman Polanski and Victor Salva as banned terms in my chat. So
Really?
yeah, so Automod will just block that chat to prove people who talk about those things. That's hilarious. What?
Do we normally talk about those things?
No, we don't talk about those people because they fucked children.
Right.
So we generally don't talk about them because we don't like even giving them a platform or space to be talked about. They sure are better rather forgotten. Even though Polanski made some like amazing films, he sullied his own legacy by doing the bad. Did it to himself. He didn't canceled so much as consequences happened to him when he did some bad actions. Funny how that works. Oops, I got political really quick. Shit, I'm sorry. Not really.
Oh,
I'm not sorry at all.
Now we're talking about the things that we cannot type. I think that's funny.
Ow. Well, you can type it. It won't show up in my chat without a mod approving your statement, basically. Do. That was just some random thing. I found this cute A Creature from the Black Lagoon makeup mirror that glows in the
Mhm.
dark, and I'm gonna buy it.
Oh, that's
And it's
cool.
purple.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have a makeup mirror, so I thought that'd be really good to have. I have
That is
brushes, I
cool.
have a bunch of makeup, none of which I know how to use, but I have the things, and I'm prepared to learn someday. I just need $25 to buy it, and so I'm waiting until next month when I get paid.
Ah.
Just a few more days. There's 4 of them left. There's only 4 left.
Oh
3 of them are in
no.
carts, and I'm just like, ah. So it means all of them are currently in people's carts because I have one in the cart plus 3 others. So it's like,
They're on Etsy.
yeah, it's all right. A few more days, just a few more days, just a few more days. I hope they don't get bought. It just looks so cool. The lady who makes them followed me on Instagram, and I saw her post about it, and I was like, because she followed me, and I'm like, okay, that's a cool username. It was Count Von Count Chocula, so it's Count Von Count and Count Chocula combined. And
Mhm.
so, and she was, had a bunch of her stuff posted on Instagram, and then I I clicked on it, looked at it, and saw an Etsy link, and went right to it. And I was like, well, I'm gonna fucking buy that as soon as I can. A silly little thing I definitely need. Made of resin, so it's nice and pretty, and it'll have a neat like texture to it and some nice detailing. I'm just excited to own it now. I haven't even bought it yet.
It sounds really cool.
It is really cool. I'll show it to you when I get it. I'll
Okay.
show up the whole screen, obviously. Ooh, excuse me. That's for my toes. It's for my toes.
I didn't know toes know how to burp.
Mm-mm.
All right, now I have to make this dinosaur.
That's just where the gas released from. Like toes didn't burp. I burped from up here, where I know my burping orifice. But my burping orifice released gas that was stored all the way down my toes. That's what that statement means.
Wait, how to hat? What kind of hat?
One of them hunter hats with the little ear flappy things and the. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh,
The ones you always see Canadians wear in American pop culture because we think that they only wear those things for some reason.
like a Jane hat?
I don't know what's a Jane hat.
From Firefly, the hat that Jane has?
Yes, the hat that Jane has is not it, but that's a similar design. I remember that's actually a beanie of some sort of flaps.
Uh,
Jane Firefly hat. Let me double check.
well,
Yeah, no, not that. No.
now it's just headphones, because
Okay.
I didn't know what I was drawing, so I drew something that I could recognize.
That's absolutely acceptable. You asked me for a suggestion, though, so I was giving a suggestion,
Yeah, I would have done it, but I don't know what it is, and I can't Google it.
You do know what it is. Bugs Bunny is more than the fucking thing. You know what it is.
All right, well.
Elmer Fudd's hat. Do you remember Elmer Fudd's hat?
No.
What kind of elder millennial are you? Can't even remember Looney Tunes characters.
I can remember Looney Tunes characters. I can't picture Elmer Fudd's hat.
Ah!
I'll see it later. I'll be like, oh, that thing. But
Yeah.
right this second, I'll be like, I can't see it in my head. I have to see it in my head to be able to draw it,
Yeah. Sorry, it's cleaning out my lid there. There was a bunch of, I looked in and I'm like, oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff stuck in this lid. Let me tap it out real quick. You should give the dinosaur some necklace chain type things. Like rapper chains.
Rapper chains.
Yeah. Just like gold chains with like crosses and maybe the rapper name, whatever that might be. Nessie G or something. Nessie D dinosaur. Do 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 do. Driving a tractor on the drug farm. Do 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 do. Burp, 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 burp. Oh, man, I have like no grip strength in my right hand. I really hate it. It's very frustrating because it's my primary hand.
That is very frustrating.
I can use my left hand for. I'm semi ambidextrous. I can use my left hand for lots of things, but likely I was always ambidextrous. But because they always force you to do right-handed shit when you're in school, I'm just really, really better with my right hand and my left. So, but now it's not. They're about the same, which is not good because that means like. I mean, part of this I think there's some numbness here going on.
The numbness isn't good.
Well, it's a pinched nerve. I mean.
Yeah, but it's still not good.
It's probably a herniated disc or something, right? Like.
I don't know. Also not good.
Yeah. Well, like 8 days I get to go. 9 days I get to go to the doctor. So. Next Wednesday after next, I think, actually. Let's see here. Actually, next Wednesday, I will be going to the doctor, finally. My doctor's appointment is scheduled then. Sorry, existence hurts sometimes.
It does.
Did you give her a cute little purse?
I gave her a little iPod.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a purse. I mean, that's pretty cute.
It would be cute, but I mean, she could maybe put other stuff into it. But, yeah, I just gave her an iPod belt.
An iPod belt?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, whatever works.
She needs a tail.
You're drawing. You can literally give her fucking lasers and like a shark arms or something, like whatever.
Well, I didn't want to give her shark arms because they don't really have arms; they have fins.
No. The entire arm is a shark. Like, instead of hands, she has a mouth for a shark. Mouth, you know?
I see. There we go. So she's a musical listening to dinosaur.
You know, she's trying to ignore the people at the bus stop, alright? So.
Yep.
Give her a break. She's neurodivergent, alright?
Got her tune.
Ow. Oh.
You make your feet a little bit longer.
I don't like the stubby feet. Those are kind of cute.
They are cute, but I just want them a little bit longer.
Ooh, excuse me.
There we go. There. Should I color it, or should I go back to doing the skeleton?
Do whatever you want. 100% do whatever you want.
Taking a vote. One.
That's up to you in the chat if anyone's here who wants to vote. New art or skeleton from last week? Show the skeleton from last week so everyone can see it. So they know what it's getting into.
Let me grab it.
Because otherwise they're like, I don't know what the fuck the skeleton looks like. Let's do new art. You know, you gotta give them a...
This.
Look at it. It's so cool. But yeah, it's half done. It's half done. She's still coloring. She is still coloring it. Blah. I cannot speak it in. Speak it in it hearted for me.
Speak it in is hardening for everybody sometimes.
That's true. Whoa! Criterion just announced their releases. And I forgot the Maryland People's Collection is coming out, and I need to get that. He was a filmmaker of high quality that did not get the love it deserves. In fact, it's got Don't Play Us Cheap, which is a movie I deeply love, Watermelon Man, which I've never seen, and Sweet Baby Back's Badass Song, which I haven't seen. And then I believe it's also got the Sweet Baby Back Baby, whatever the Sweet Badass bit, whatever the documentary about the making of that film. It's got a similar name. I had Don't Play Us Cheap on DVD, but I'm very, very glad to upgrade that. Oh, and there's also the story of a 3-day pass, which I've never heard of before. Anyway, looking forward to seeing that collection. Criterion announced Mona Lisa, which I already have from Arrow from a couple years ago. Though I know for a fact this new release has got better stuff on it. Just don't need to double dip on a movie I haven't seen yet. And a new Chani To film. That's cool. Luchino Visconti's The Damned. I need to get that for sure. Anyway, sorry. Email came in, distracted. It's my life. Welcome.
That's cool. Do we have an answer?
Oh. No.
Oh.
So you can do whatever you want.
Okay. I'll just color this guy. Or girl. I'm really annoyed with Twitch right now because
the
video will start playing, like of me and you.
That's because it's only 1080p and you're on Wi-Fi.
Well, then it's like, I'm going to give you a commercial. And then after the commercial is over, we don't come back.
Yeah, I know, because it's 1080p and you're on when you're on Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, I know exactly why it's doing it. And the only thing I can do is stop the stream and start it again and hope we get more quality. I just need to pay attention when I go live to double check before I promote anywhere that we have more than just one quality stream, because when we only had 1080p, we have a bunch of people who come in every now and then, but they can't come in. None of the people can come in because they all use phones, and none of them have good enough internet to support 1080p streaming when I'm locked at 1080p because I'm not a partner. I'm an affiliate. So, it's just like, it's little annoyances like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mouth farts.
I'm finishing my breakfast. I started it and I got distracted.
Oh, speaking of breakfast, I gotta smoke this bowl. Shit. You need to move the art up a little bit so it's on screen.
Yeah. Did you take your pills?
No, thank you. I'll put those right in front of me and take them when I'm done smoking. But I won't be able to type on my keyboard till I take my pills.
That works.
Alright. It is 4:20 somewhere on the planet. In fact, it's 4:20 somewhere in the Atlantic right now. Cheers. I'm sure there's a fucking island out there. Virgin Islands or something. I don't know how far out. I think that's still in fucking Eastern Time Zone, actually. The Bahamas, I think that's below. I don't know if there are any islands. There probably are. I'm bad at geography, whatever.
Maybe Prince Edward Island. It's pretty far out for east.
Oh, actually, it's the very edge of Newfoundland. It's the next time zone over. It's 4:20 at the very end of Newfoundland. Hey, Michael, I noticed you added Roman Polanski and Victor Salva to the banned terms list, and I laughed really hard about that when I saw that today. I'm fine with you banning those people's names. They're persona non grata. I just cackled when I saw that. I was like, really? Okay. I had a ban of another one of them bots. Basically what happens is every time someone follows me now, I go and I search Twitter and see if they're on the known bots list that someone has out. And if they aren't, they can stay. If they are, then bye. And I have to do that because fucking shitty ass white nationalists and their fucking loser ass trolls. I've been hate rated twice, by the way. I've been hate rated. No. Not only have I been hate rated twice, I've been hate rated twice this month.
That's a thing?
Yep. your chat gets spammed with like slurs and like and all that shit, and they have all these offensive and awful names, and so they spam your every time someone follows it pops up, right? And so,
Oh my gosh.
and so what happens is these people start following, and it's like a constant brr, 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 brr. So the only thing to do is turn that off, lock the chat to subscribers only, and just continue on, right? Or sign off, I guess. But like, the first time it happened, I was literally telling everyone I was going for the day, and they started hate rating, like, and I paused for a second, and I realized the N-word was being spammed in my chat, and I was like, have a nice day, everybody, and I just hung up, and then I spent over 2 hours banning usernames. There's now a tool that I can use that just lets me ban groups of people who have followed it at the same time, so I can just be like, check, ban these users, and it just bans them. So I now have tools that will make it so much easier, but I literally banned hundreds of accounts.
Wow.
Yeah. And the second hate raid was very minor, because I immediately went into subscriber mode and turned off the thing, and they kind of leave when they can't do anything.
What?
Hey, hi, Pam! Pam's off today and gets to catch us today. It's a double win. Hell yes. How you doing, Pam? Pam's my stalker. Jokingly. She likes to come to all the streams.
I followed you on Instagram.
Yes, Pam has an awesome Instagram. She's got a million fucking cats over there, and a bunch of them named after the Fantastic Four. Well, Michael, the thing about the not to get derailed by the whole Victor Salva thing is, like, you can't excuse Victor Salva's movies because those movies are child predator fantasy films. The Creeper chases after prepubescent boys, or boys who have the appearance of prepubescence, very young, that this is his thing. It's he went to jail for this. And so the Creeper is essentially taking revenge, metaphorical revenge, on the person who... the Creeper is Victor Salva taking revenge on the person he fucked against their will and went to jail for, and sent them to jail for it. So you can't really just separate art and artist at that point, because the artist has put himself in the art. It's one thing to separate art and artist with some of those other people. Even Polanski, I don't like that guy. I don't want to have any. I'm not interested in watching his movies. But I understand why people can separate the art and artists, because the assault didn't happen on the movie set. Potentially, I would guess. Or in the fucking movies aren't like victim porn or whatever. Or rapist porn. And like, not even that is the problem. Just these people. This person specifically made a movie where he made a fantasy version of himself to kill people who got him in trouble for doing a thing that was illegal and fucked up. I can't ignore that personally. So like, I said, I'll never watch any movie he ever does again. I won't ever say someone can't buy someone's movies or watch them, but I will always, when I see it, say, hey, do you know about Victor Salva? And if they go no, I will give them the nice story and details so they can also be disgusted about why they own this. But that's up to them. Like, I still have Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 on DVD stored away. When I actually move out of here and get to a place where I can sell stuff again, it's gone. I'm getting rid of it. I'll never watch it again. I watched them both a bunch of times before I even knew who Victor Salva was. Well, it's not even that they're going to be purged from the collection. I have zero interest in keeping them. I just don't have any interest in it. It's just not my thing. Like, there are perfectly good movies that sympathize with child predators that are totally acceptable as movies, like The Woodsman, starring Kevin Bacon, where he plays a child predator who went to jail at his time, is reformed, and is trying to stay reformed. And, like, it's about his struggles. And, it's hard to sympathize with that. And the movie does not do it well enough that you can sympathize with that, but I don't feel like that art is impossible to watch or enjoy, because that's trying to say something about the way society treats people who are trying to not reoffend. Like, and once again, what you want, opinions vary on what should happen with people who fuck children. I think they should be launched into the sun, but that's neither here nor there. Look, if you willfully harmed a child, you should be launched into the sun. I think by the course of generalness. It goes for any kind of abuse. Anyway, let's get off this deeply disturbing subject for some people. Let's move on. This dinosaur's really fucking cute. Fuck Victor Salva, he's gotten way too much fucking play in my fucking stream already, so. Done talking about him.
For a banned term, we've sure been.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I keep it banned out of the chat, because now it can't be brought up. You know? Like, no. Can't ask questions about that. It's a very smart move. This is why when I saw Michael had done it, I was like, okay, yeah. Sometimes Michael bans some shit or allows some terms. I'm like, I don't know. And I undo his actions because it's something that I don't agree with my channel, right? But I saw that and was like, good fucking job. Here's a goddamn sticker, buddy. Oh, you missed me? I missed you too, Pam. I love your support. I appreciate you just hanging out and chatting with us. The streams are frankly better when we have like our regulars here to chat, you know? You've been good for the most part. Yeah, there's like just a few things where you allow someone's comment. Like, I don't know if I'd even allow that. Like, but like, you know, if you notice, I didn't get in your face about it. I just changed the action in the background because it takes me 2 fucking seconds. There's no reason to get like annoyed or mad. Just go, no, I don't agree with that. Oh, good point. Thank you for reminding me. I need to switch my bow. I forgot to switch the bow, Pam. I have a pink bow. Not the same shade of pink.
Ouch,
Now, this shirt is School of the Holy Beast, a Japanese nunsploitation film. And then this is this bow is made by my friend, and it's inspired by Carrie, so that's why it's just got red, pinkish red in the middle.
What color are we making the dinosaur?
Pink.
Pink.
Dark pink, yeah.
Dark pink.
Yeah. Gives you some wiggle room to use highlights and white and all that fun stuff. Because I know you like making shiny things. So.
I do.
And it'll contrast nicely with the black headphones. Just saying.
I'm just trying to see. Let's see.
On something like black headphones. I shouldn't dictate what you call the color of them black, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, they're going to be black.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I didn't finish filling them in. I was trying to decide what color to make the middle bits.
Funny story. I've actually not seen School of the Holy Beast. I'm just very familiar with it. I've seen the trailer a bunch, and I don't have the DVD, but I'd like to. I want it on Blu-ray. I want it to get released on Blu-ray, honestly. But I've seen some stuff from it. I've read some stuff about it. I bought this shirt because it's technically a bootleg, and the person selling them may get a cease and desist before I get a chance. So, you know, it was like $15 on sale. I was like, all right. Normally, their shirts are $30 on T Public, but if you wait, they go down on sale for 40% off. They end up being like $16 or something, $13. So it's like $28 normally, and $13 or something like that on deal, something like that. Anyway, and then what I do is instead of buying one shirt for $15, I buy 2 shirts for $30 because instead of one shirt for $30, and I feel like I've gotten a better deal. And I got this shirt. I have Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, which is one of my favorite giallos. And I got Don't Torture a Duckling, another favorite giallo. It's a Lucio Fulci film. And then
Do not torture ducklings.
I got the shirt I was gonna wear last week, but we canceled.
Sorry.
Was called hold on. Let's see if I'm gonna be right back. I think I might have it. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta hit this first.
It was my fault. I had a migraine. The migraine was bad.
No, you're fine. You're not at fault. It was just you needed a day off. It's fine. I'm just saying, I wore a specific shirt, a trans pride shirt, and then like, yeah. Anyway, nerve pinch, fuck. That really hurts. Did I take meds? My other meds? No. I have these meds still to take too. Right, I'm gonna go find that shirt real quick. Plus, the shirt's not stream safe, I realize.
What?
The shirt I have is not stream safe. So below the stream edge right now, there's a human butt, which I can't show. So, 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta change my shirt anyway. Cover the butt. See, chat, there's a naked person here, and their butt is being covered by my hand.
Banned butts. Butts are banned. Unless they're a cat butt, those are okay.
Ow, fuck. Ah, shit. Ah,
Oh, no.
fuck.
Is it your arm again? Hi, Ocha. Meow. Meow.
Oh, Jesus. Smells like laundry, cat. Ow. Oh, my fucking nerve. Ow. Oh, okay. It's very warm in here. Alright. We'll be putting a new shirt on after the stream because it smells like laundry. Because guess what? I haven't done my laundry since last Tuesday. I don't gotta do it tomorrow. Tomorrow's laundry day. My cycle of laundry is like 9 days long, so it's never on the same day. I try to do it on Mondays or Tuesdays or Wednesdays, but you know, way it goes. Ah, fuck. Like putting my arm up over my head to put my hand through the shirt, like, Anyway, here's the shirt. It says "Truth Before Death."
No, I can remember that shirt.
Yeah, it's I sent you the photo to it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I realized I should probably change the shirt to it because my other shirt wasn't stream safe. I looked down and was like, oh shit, there is a human butt here. I cannot put on stream. So the minute I got up to go to the bathroom, I have to stand like cover it. So I'm like, I should just change.
Damn it, I am having a hard time today with staying inside the lines.
Yo, sis.
See?
Staying inside the lines is totally overrated.
Well,
True art breaks all boundaries. Knows no boundaries.
Well, I drew the line. I kind of want, you know, to have the art stay inside the lines I created. If there were somebody else's lines, I totally would get, going outside of them. But I made those boundaries. It was me.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, this one's dying. That's why I'm having a problem with it. Nabbit, stop dying, markers.
Be nice, markers. I take the meds. I gotta let the cat out. When I take meds, let the cat out. Meds. Doing the meds now. Okay. Hand. Alright. Do not let go of this bottle like you did yesterday, cat hand. I don't want to clean this shit up. Oh, cool. I almost let go of the bottle. Thank fuck I used my both hands that time. I gotta let the cat out. I'll be right back. Just a moment. Chat. I'm coming.
Oh, shoot. Where are my keychains?
Ah. I'm back. I love the colors you're using for her.
Thank you.
Or them. Oh, I guess you did miss the update to my labels. I updated my labels.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I'm she, they.
Oh, that's me.
I am a demigirl. Which means I feel like a girl. And then sometimes I don't feel like anything.
Too.
I was kind of waffling between that and like gender fluid, because sometimes, like, you know, it's kind of hard to like figure shit out sometimes. But like, yeah.
Yep.
Here I am. They didn't have demigirl in the Twitch tags, and I was very upset. They didn't have demi guy either.
They don't.
Demi woman. No. The only demi they have is demisexual, which is also applicable to me. But. Oh, my elbow.
Poor elbow.
My elbow. Like, the pinched nerve is basically causes shooting pain from all the way from my neck to my to just past my elbow here. So right now my elbow is hurting. So yeah.
I'm beginning to think altitude changes aren't good for markers.
Oh, are your markers all fucked up now?
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet that is a true statement, though, that altitude changes are probably bad for those things. Sorry for coughing in the mic, chat. That was something that just happened. Boo. Really interesting. Boo 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 boo. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. I can't explain it.
To know what's interesting.
What?
You said really interesting, and I want to know what's interesting.
Oh, nah, just it's something I'm not talking about on stream.
Oh, okay.
Someone messaged me something, and they're trying to embroil me in drama, and I went, interesting, and then closed the message. I'm not, zero interest. I don't give a fuck. Someone's talking shit about me. My response is, okay. Do you know what someone talking shit about me means?
It means they're talking about you?
No, it means that means they are insecure about something.
Oh.
They're jealous about something.
And you're famous.
No, it just it's not about their jealousy's not about their talking shit isn't about me. It's about them.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of them and not me. So I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Like, whatever. I don't care what that fucking guy says. Like, have fun. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this person who messaged me is probably just a dummy account of that person. They really wanted attention, and I didn't even reply. I just looked at it and left them. And like literally, you have an option on Twitter to just leave the conversation. I just left the conversation. It's like, bye. I don't give a fuck. There is no joke. They've confessed to this on my Curious Cat. There is a group chat that shares screenshots of my timeline, and then they laugh about me, apparently. I'm like, huh. Why do you think that, like, and they say this to me, I'm like, okay, but what does that say about you group of people who are literally the saddest people I've ever met, because you're just sitting there mocking people online in a little group? I don't understand. Like, they think that's gonna, like, upset me, and all I think is, like, well, you're a loser. Like, what do you want me to do about that? Mm-hmm. You're a loser, and your girlfriend's a loser for dating you. And I feel bad for her. She deserves better.
I need to take a leg break.
Oh, absolutely. I will take you off screen so you don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Ow.
That way if the camera decides to start having a life of its own twirl or something because you bumped it, you don't have to worry about it. So when someone brings drama to my doorstep, either someone's getting blocked, or I'm just going to ignore it because I have zero interest. I have enough going on in my life. Enough dramatic shit happens to me on the regular that I don't need anyone else's other shit in my life. Like, I cause enough problems in my life. I don't need someone else causing problems in my life. You know what I mean? Just use my time, use your time more usually than focus on something who doesn't. Well, like, it's funny because, like, they're, like, constantly mocking me and, like, telling me to get a job. I'm like, but I'm disabled. I don't, do you not understand the concept of disability? I cannot work. The government has checked me out. A doctor has verified I am unable to work. That's what that says. So, it's like, they're like, oh, get a job. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I am. This is my job. This is my job. Streaming is my job. I want this to be able to pay my bills so I don't have to be on disability. Because I want to be able to save more than $2,000. I want to be able to get married if that ever happens. Or I want to have a legal partnership. I want to be able to own property. I want to own a car with somebody maybe and not endanger that car being lost from them. Because, I don't... I don't want I don't want this forced poverty that the government has decided I live in, because, like, I get paid 1/3 of what actual rent costs are. To rent a studio apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment, is like $1,500 minimum, and I make less than half that on disability, and so I don't know what the government expects me to do. How to live, I don't understand, but I don't understand what this person's, like, obsession. Like, I think they're just jealous because they see... This is what I think. I think they're jealous because they see me when I'm happy. Because they only comment when I'm either really depressed or I'm excited, happy. On my normal, regular days, nothing happens. But I post about something good in my life, I will notice you post on Curious Cat, and I deleted without comment, mind you. It was the first time I've addressed some of this stuff. But, like, I just go, like, okay. That it just reads as quietly desperate, and I just... Like, I don't care. I have enough hate. Like, I get enough hate on a daily basis. I don't need someone else's drama. Like, the only drama I want to entangle myself in is the drama I wish to get entangled in. You know? Yes, that person needs a life. The problem is they probably work a job they hate, and they live a life they hate, and they're, like, suffocating, and they see me doing something they want to do, and they don't feel like they have enough time because they haven't figured out they just need to fucking do it. Mm-hmm. You know? That, like, the only way to do it is just fucking jump. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. How do you get streaming? You just get a computer, you get a camera, you get a microphone, and you just do it. You just do it. You stream what you can, you play what you can, you just do it. Mm-hmm. And the only way you build an audience is by doing. That's it. You can't just stream once a week. You can't just stream once in a blue moon. You have to stream a regular time. Even if it is once a week, if you only stream on Friday evenings, be there every Friday evening, and you will have an audience eventually who expects you at a specific time to be there. So it's just, they don't understand. If they just put the hard work in, they can get what they want. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. And some things are harder to get because they're out of reach because of societal things. I mean, some things are easier for people to attain than others. You know? They see me as lazy, but I work harder than them, probably. It's just the way it goes. I don't know.
There's people who work from home as lazy. Well, not them specifically, but a lot of people see people who work from home as lazy.
Oh, so my favorite thing about someone who works a quote-unquote regular job is they think that you have infinite time to do whatever the fuck their dumb bullshit is while you work at home. Like, bro, I still work 9 to 5, but just in my house.
Actually, when I was working from home, I was mostly working from like 5 to 9.
Art needs to go up a bit, and your whole thing needs to go up a bit, actually.
Oh.
Your pad needs to move up.
Yeah, I need to come back to that.
Mm-hmm. When you're ready, I'll put you back on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, I miss weekly chats on Saturday. I have thoughts about that, but it doesn't matter. Sean has decided he's waiting until he gets a second computer, so I just honor his thoughts and just go with it. Like, I know how we can do the chats with one computer, but he doesn't want to do that. He wants two computers, so we just do other things instead. Lately, I've just been watching movies with Stout. That's all I've been doing. Not a big deal. It's like I'd be mad, but honestly, it just lets me watch more movies with my friends. So, like, oh, that sucks. I miss hanging out and chatting with everyone a lot, but also I really like watching movies with my friends. So, I don't lose anything. So I'm not mad or annoyed or anything. Just when Sean's ready, he'll let me know, and I'll be ready. That's it. That's all I can do. And I can do no more. Lost in the shuffle again.
Is it straight? Wait a minute.
Oh, you need to go right. Sorry, I was looking at the screen. You need to move your pad up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the art. You're good actually, right there.
Alright, perfect. Thanks. Oops. No slidey. Stop it. Alright. Sorry, it moved.
No worries.
Full of worries. All the worries. The worries are mine.
Sorry, coughing. I didn't mean to. It just literally that came out of nowhere.
Happens.
Let's see
Or
here.
we could all be like, ah!
Yeah, our other friend is, yes. I'm very happy for our other friend. I'm just glad to see him happy. You know what I mean? He's a good dude and he deserves good things. Speaking of my friend Garbage, he's having a real good time in life for the most part, and so I laughed at something else, Pam. No. Michael, it's his choice to do what he wants to do, and we have to respect it. We can have all our wishes, but we need to keep those for ourselves because, like, we don't want to make him feel bad. He has made a choice, and we respect our friends' choices. That's it. He's not harming anybody. He's not harming himself, so we have to respect his choices. Respect his boundaries and everything. So his boundaries are he wants a second computer because of a quality thing. So the answer is we wait. And that's it. So that's the way it goes. When the time is ready, we'll be ready, and it'll be great. See, for a long time, I would let kind of things like that bother me, and I'm getting annoyed, but really, why am I getting annoyed at someone else's actions that have no effect on me, right? Oh, well, yeah, Michael, the problem is Sean is an introvert. He's an omnivert, excuse me. So which means is in some cases he's an inverted person, introverted person, inverted person. He's an anti-person. No, sorry. He's an introvert. In some cases, like when the camera's on, he's an extrovert, right? But hanging out isn't going to make him feel better necessarily, right? Like my friend Nessie's this way. It's like when they need to recharge, it's not hang out with their friends. It's sit quietly alone and just recover, and you have to be able to respect that. Like I am a person who when I don't want to be alone. I want to hang out with people because I enjoy hanging out with people, and like I have plenty of time to think to myself. It's like else around that, but it's like you have to respect that. That's the way Sean is. We have to love him as he is. It's incompatible with me that he wants to like bury his head and that, but like that doesn't mean we don't support him, right? So it's not what I want to do when I'm sad. I want to be with people when I'm sad because it helps me feel better. Because you know what I mean. And so we just let people be who they are. I'm at that point in my life where like I just take people at face value for who they are, who they say they are. And if they betray that through their actions, then that's a whole other thing. Like with someone like presents themselves as an honest, kind person, but then fucks you over. That's what I mean. Like, you take everyone at face value because you can't just prejudge people, and you can't. And harboring like these thoughts, like, will breed resentment, and so like, and that's not good for relationships. Communication's good for relationships. Letting go of grudges and fights, that's healthy for relationships when you're possible to do those things. You know? So it's like, forgive when you can, talk when you can, space when you can. I mean, it's just, yeah. And it's just because I'm fucking ancient at this point. I'm getting old. I'm a hippie. I'm stoned all the time. Because existence is, otherwise I'm just in pain physically. So I'm not stoned. So like, yeah. Like, dating the last few years is really, you need to move your art to the right. There you go. Now, dating in the last few years, which has been fucking painful, because I've been working through my own shit, and dealing with rejection sucks, and dealing with RSD, which it likes to come up with things that you're being rejected with, which aren't actually rejection. That's always fun. But like, I just take people with who they are. If they're a nice person to me, then they're a nice person. That's it. Until I have other information otherwise, I just take people for what they are now. I just let them be who they are. And it's interesting. I've taken this approach when I've made friends recently. And like, I made a friend and they were like, it was so liberating because they're talking to me about me. They said to me, like, when I'm meeting you and hanging out with you, there's never a moment where I had to explain myself. You just accepted me. And I'm like, yeah, because people are who they are. That's it. The people are who they are. And if they're going to be awful to you, then you don't hang out with them anymore. You just move on. I've had people take money from me, take stuff from me. Had a person enter my life as a friend, and would never shut up about Steven Spielberg, and come to find out he stole not only a bunch of my Steven Spielberg movies, just the disc, but a bunch of movies from my friend, just the Steven Spielberg films. It's like, what? But yeah, that's the kind of thing. It's like, you just trust people until they don't deserve your trust anymore. You're gonna get hurt. It's gonna hurt, but you come off more authentically as a person, and you receive people more authentically as people. Because when you make people feel comfortable as they are, they will not mask themselves to you. You just get to know the true person. And knowing the true faces of people is one of my favorite things. I love that honest, true, loving connection between people, friends, and otherwise, who are just open and honest, and just, I don't know. I'm a big ass hippie, and I'm stoned as fuck. Let's see here. Oh, right, let's see here. I also prefer watching movies with other people than myself. Exactly. And the times I've watched movies with my family, most of them don't like or give unintelligent criticism. It's depressing. Same. I also cannot, I repeat, I cannot vibe with a person who's not okay with me just chattering my fucking brain off during the movie. Like, I'm sorry. I'm neurodivergent. I'm not going to do a normal thing. This is why I don't go to the theater. Why do I go into a theater? Because I respect other people. And if they want to go to a movie theater and sit quietly and watch a movie, they should be able to do that without my dumb chittering ass talking in the fifth row behind them. So I stay home and watch my Blu-rays, smoke a stupid little weed, watch my stupid little movies, But yeah, I can't.
Sometimes when you talk through movies, so.
Oh, I mean, like, I can't vibe with someone who doesn't let me talk during a movie. I can't. I'm sorry. Like, we can be friends, but that's all we'll ever be. And I won't hang out with you much because I can't be the authentic me. I will not mask for a single person. I refuse to mask for people. Like, it's something where I don't shut up. I refuse. So Sarah, hates the fact that I talk. So she'll watch a movie before we hang out so that I can just talk through it. And she's not bothered by it. We've got a nice system. Because I refuse. I can't shut up. So that's her acceptance of me being this way. Is she'll just watch a movie by herself beforehand so that she can watch it with me and enjoy me being authentically me with the movie, and I can respect that.
I
So
hate watching movies by myself.
I hate watching movies myself too, which is why that's why I have a calendar and I've scheduled out all this random slots on my week to watch movies with people who are interesting. Like I'll just roll up to somebody who I think is like really fucking cool on Twitter and just like, yo, you want to watch a movie? Most of the time, I get no response, which is totally fine. Some people are shy. Some people just want to be like, nah, we're just. Some people think like I'm asking for on a date. Like I am a demisexual. You have to fucking. You have to be more. Look. You're gonna have to be my friend first. This is how it's gonna have to be. I ain't no fucking on the first date. Totally not true in the past, but that's only because I felt socially pressured. But the point is, now there ain't no fucking on the first date, second date, probably third date, none either. I used to have a real problem with disappointing people, and I am like if I feel like I disappointed someone, I will or I'm going to disappoint someone, I'll just do something even though it's not something I would normally do, and that's not healthy. And so that's not happening anymore. We have boundaries, baby.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. So, but no, I will not be fucking nobody till I feel like I have a deep connection with that person. I'm glad my random stoned ramblings makes you entertained, Pam. That is the intention. But yeah, I mean, like sometimes when I'm watching movies, like I watched Lucio Fulci's Enigma last night, and I just could not focus on the goddamn movie. And the reason for that was because I was watching it alone. When I'm with another person, we're talking, and my eyes are on the screen. I don't know what it is, but when I'm watching movies with people, I'm able to focus on the movie. When I watch movies by myself, I have problems keeping focus. I pause the movie a lot and read 35 minutes of Wikipedia. So an hour and a half movie takes me 4.5 hours to watch. But guess what? I don't care. That's how I do it. That's how I roll. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it's ready. Okay, I'm caught up in chat. Cool. Excellent. Excellento. You should put your signature in the earpiece circle there on the headphones. So it looks like it's a designer brand of headphones.
This one?
Yeah, right there. I know it's a little small.
Yeah,
but like,
I'll see if I can fit it.
if you can,
that's a good idea.
Even if it's not the one you use as your signature, I think it's really cool. Since, there's like the Beats headphones, they have the B, so
Yeah.
you should do the same thing
Let's see if
with
I
your
can.
initials. Maybe not the date, but maybe just like your initials or something,
Right.
And
yeah.
then you can do a regular
that's a good
date.
idea.
You can do a regular signature somewhere else if you want. But I think, yeah. I'm like you. I love to talk my ass off. It's hard for me not to talk. Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah! I love it.
Yeah.
It's the details that matters. Details matter. Small things matter to me. Like, the small things matter. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. The small things matter. Holding hands. I don't know what it is. I miss holding hands.
Things do matter.
I miss holding hands.
Aww.
I miss holding someone's hand when I fall asleep. I miss that. I just miss falling asleep next to someone also, but not enough to break my boundaries or be unhappy. I have dodged so many bullets in the last year. You have no idea. Like, I will be just like vibing with someone, and then they'll just be like, boom, here's some controlling ass shit, and I'll just be like, bye! Homer Simpson's into the bushes.
What do you think? Good?
Oh, I mean, it looks wonderful. Do you feel it's done?
I mean, I feel like it's done. It's
Then
not my best
excellent.
coloring job.
You know what would be really good as? A sticker. You just
It would be
obviously
good as a
cut out
sticker.
the notes. You don't need the notes for the sticker part, but the rest of it would be really cool.
Well, I don't need the notes for the sticker part. I just put the notes because they're cute in the picture.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, if you did a sticker, you could probably just cut that part out, but...
Hang on. Sorry, the headphone fell out of my ear. It's back.
Who's Ron? Is that your hubby, Pam? Your boy? Your son?
Ooh.
Who? I do not know. Ron who? Offhand. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, so if it's someone I know, I apologize.
Blue purple. Alright. Warm up dinosaur done. Let's
Yay, warm up dinosaur done. Your other half. Well, excellent. Tell Ron I said hi. Ron Weasley? Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Like, if I had the time, I would J.K. Rowling my chat and ban every fucking relevant term to Harry Potter. Like, I'm like we're not talking about this bitch at all. She gone from my life. I spent over $100 on that Blu-ray set. And you know what I'm gonna do? Give it away.
You spent $100 on yours? I only spent $40.
On the set with all the movies?
Yeah.
The big slide out one from Amazon?
No.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I had the extended cuts. And all the special features. And the bonus disc from the giant wood set. But guess what? I don't want any of it now. And in fact, here's how much I really don't want this, and I just don't give a fuck about the money I spent on it. By the way, $100 was on sale. It was like a $300 set at the time. Now you think you can get it for like $150, $160, I think. But why would you want to? If I could safely film me burning it, I would use it for my credit sequence on my channel. Like, I would seriously film the entire thing being burned in my fire pit out here, but I can't do it because it's toxic.
Yeah.
And I live in a very, very small town, and trust me, they see that black ass smoke from the burning plastic and shit. They're gonna come rolling up to make sure there's not a fire, illegal fire.
I mean, you could burn the books.
I don't have any of the books. I never bought the books. I borrowed the books from friends mostly. I actually had one of the books. It was actually one of Samantha's friends' books. I left it with her at some point, but like.
Wasn't it my book?
No.
I was one of Samantha's friends.
No, it was one of her other friends that she kind of dropped out of contact with. Not like intentionally, it just happens, you know. Angel! How's it going, darling? Hope you are well.
I got squeaky, didn't I? Hi, Angel.
You got sleepy?
No, my voice went up, so I probably wrote.
Oh, I didn't hear. Yeah, I didn't hear you at all. Yeah.
I said Angel hi, but I was like super excited, so my voice went up.
Oh, Pam, you've lived in sin? Ooh, unmarried. Ooh. Sinning every day. 2002. Wow, you are almost 20-year relationship. That is hard as fuck to do. Most relationships end between 7 and 11 years. Because people change and grow, and sometimes they change and grow in different directions, right? So.
I took a break between year 5 and 6? Year 4 and 5? Wait.
Something like that, yeah.
Year 5 and 6, I took a break.
Let's hear it going. Your computer is having issues. Finally got through. Oh, yay! Are you back on the internet with your new computer then? Is that why you have graced us with your lovely presence? Oh, important info, guys, in the chat, not in the user list. Did I miss a chat from him? Clicked on the username. Wrong username. I can double check.
I don't see anything from him.
No. Yeah. I can click on his name in the chat list and just see the last message he posted, which was on the 7th. So, nope. You're on the old computer. Alright, well, hey. Thank you for gracing us your presence either way. I appreciate it. We love having you here.
He might not be able to type in here because he's got a bad connection.
He is perfect. You can't complain. It works. Well, that is lovely to hear. Yeah, my longest relationship was... Fuck, how long was it with Sam? It ended in 20...
We started dating in 98?
99?
99. Wait, were you a senior or junior?
I was a senior.
Okay, 99.
It was 99. So we started dating in 99. We broke up in 2013? 2012. Christmas 2012.
Gosh, I don't...
Christmas 2012. 2 days after Christmas. Merry Christmas. A few days after Christmas, actually. What is that? That's 12 years? Yeah. That was my longest relationship. I've had... The other longest relationship was a little over 2 years. Though, by the end of it, we hadn't seen each other for over a year because of, passport issues with me. Because I'm disabled, yay. Makes it traveling so much harder. She couldn't visit, and I couldn't visit her because of passport issues. So, and then the pandemic happened, and so, like, you know, who could blame her? No guarantee we could ever meet again, right? Like, So like, okay, well, hey. I mean,
The
you know,
borders are
at the
still
time I was
closed.
devastated. You know,
Yeah.
it's been over a year now since we've split up, actually.
The pandemic has been over a year.
Now I know. Early in the
Oh.
pandemic is when that happened. A couple months in. Let's see here. What's going on here?
Drop
8
out.
months. Wow. Still 8 months is pretty good. I'll pay you $100 if you like skin slip. I will glad to give you money. I'll send you. Who are you saying this to? Oh, you want to pay me $100 for the set?
Oh.
You want to pay me $100 for that thing? I don't know. I'm thinking I'd much rather burn it. I mean, honestly, fuck J.K. Rowling and everything that she ever touched.
Said Daniel Radcliffe wrote the story so that the story itself doesn't. Like, I really. Harry Potter was our childhood.
It wasn't our childhood though. Our child. It didn't come out till we were in our 20s, my dear friend. Yes. Well, it didn't become popular until our 20s, and that's when you read them.
No, I think wait.
It was not in high school, 100%. You know what was in high school? Pokemon. That started in high school.
Well, you know what? I didn't.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Let me bring up the art. Sorry. Yes, Tesha's arting. I forgot to bring it up. We've just been chatting. We've been talking, having a good old time. I'm super sorry. I got like super in the. Welcome to my neurodivergence. I just got hyper focused on having chat. You need to move the art to the right and up.
Do you want to see what I just finished, Angel?
Yeah, Angel. Show Angel the beautiful dinosaur you made. That will be a sticker someday.
Yeah, when I can figure out how to get them scanned. My scanner's not working.
Ta-da! Isn't that so cute? Yeah, push up a tiny bit. Perfect. Angel goes, so cute! So yeah. You want to give me $100 for it? I'll think about it, Michael. It'll be $100 plus you're paying shipping. I refuse. I fucking hate this thing. It weighs a lot. Maybe you don't want it. I mean, it's at least. I mean, I think it's like several pounds, like 8 pounds, 7 pounds. I mean, you can bludgeon some to death with the Harry Potter set. Like,
would it fit in a flat rate box?
Oh, you know, it might be able to do flat rate box. That's a good point, actually. I think there's a flat rate box I could probably shove it in. Because right here's what's happening right now. It's on my shelf, right? You see the photos of my room that I post? You see the Godzilla set? It's behind the Godzilla set. It's literally keeping the Godzilla set from falling behind the shelf. That's its point of existence. So I don't know if I'm going to sell it until I move. Because right now it literally keeps my Godzilla set from falling into oblivion and me not being able to reach it. So.
I don't know how to draw rib cages.
Oh, the Gamera set is heavier, actually. The Gamera set, you can definitely bludgeon someone to death. The Gamera set, you can try to put it on a top shelf. It could fall off. It could kill you. It's a set that could kill you falling off your head, so you don't want to put it above your head. I'm not kidding. That thing, if it falls on you, pointy end on, it will pierce your fucking skull. You know? Like, Gamera can murder you. So that's why Gamera doesn't sit higher than my head, because I don't want to die. I'm good. I got enough fucking heavy ass shit above my head. Yeah, it's the Ultimate Edition of the first 4 movies. No, there's no Ultimate Edition to the last 3. First 3 movies might be first 3 movies. Only half the movies got Ultimate Editions, and they stopped doing extended editions of all the other movies. For whatever reason. Laziness, probably.
Laziness is why I'm putting a leaf here.
I heard an excuse from the actor saying, oh, there's nothing they could add to it, but there's like fucking 30 minutes to 45 minutes of deleted scenes on every single movie at least. Or an hour in some cases. And you know what? You could have fucking made it an extended cut. Don't give me this shit. Harry Potter 2 was the first one. Well, you know. So one of the guys who worked on the effects came to my film school and was doing a thing. He also worked a bit on Matrix, Revolutions and Revolutions and the other one, the 2 and 3. I can't remember. I'm blanking on the name. The two sequels. Worked on visual effects on The
Matrix
Mummy.
Reloaded.
Reloaded. Thank you.
Reloaded? Oh.
Yeah. Worked on Mummy. Worked on a bunch of other stuff, like just visual effects wise. Just a regular ass dude, right? Just talking about his experience of working with directors, and he talks about how like he was like when we showed Chris Columbus, the director of the first 2 Harry Potters, the effects. Chris said, "Oh, perfect. You don't need to change anything. It's perfect as is." And he's like, "But Chris, these are pre-vis effects. The effects aren't bad in that movie because he just like said they were good enough. Kids wouldn't care." That's why you see that third movie. The effects budget is like the effects are like way higher quality, way higher. WD does not show extended editions of any of the other movies. It might add like 1 or 2 scenes to pad out for a commercial break, but it's not the same thing. That would be a TV cut, which might be longer than the theatrical cut, but it's not the same extended cut those last 4 movies. It's only the first 4 movies that are. It's the first 4. It's like only half the movies. So yeah, since the last books and 2 movies. The funny thing is, the last two movies, you just shove them together and you get an extended cut. Like, what the fuck? Can't even release that as a one movie. Like, it's such pure laziness. It's just they just have no interest in actually doing anything of interest, like good. They just want your money, and then put as little work into it as possible. That's why I hate big studio releases. This is why I don't rush out to buy brand new. Oh, it's a 4K release of this classic movie. I'll wait until it goes down in price. It always goes down in price. Why does it always go down in price? Because the fucking studios do that shit. They lower the price when it doesn't go, or it sells enough, or it doesn't sell enough to try to recoup losses. And you know what? That's when I'll buy upgrades to movies I want. Black Friday deals, $5. I so rarely spend more than $8 on a movie that isn't from a boutique label. I will go and spend $30 fucking dollars for this UK release of Ganja and Hess. But I would not pay $30 for a 4K nuttin' from a studio. Because I know I'm getting quality with this. When I pay $4K or for $30 for this fucking thing, I'm getting a beautifully remastered film that looks exquisite and isn't botched to hell. How many movies? Are we gonna let them fucking DNR to fuck? So yeah, sorry. Physical media is one of my favorites, my special interests. So. I need to push your art up and a little left. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on. I decided I was going to give up on trying to draw a clavicle, and so now it's just another sunflower.
Screen capture.
Always need more sunflowers.
She drawn a skelly boy.
2?
What?
2.
2 what?
Chew. C-H-U. Chew.
Chew what?
Just chew.
Oh, okay. Chew.
Just me making random noises.
You. Well, you're allowed to be you.
Yep.
Like I'm kind of ranky today, I guess. I don't know why. I'm past my period. Good lord.
Oh, that's why I had the migraine, by the way.
Ah, yeah. That is funny. I was having my period just a day or 2 after that. Ugh.
Yeah. What was really, really annoying was I only actually had my period for half a day. Only half a day. It's a week.
That's so lucky. I'm kidding. Yeah, the week buildup of crap. Yeah. I have the same week buildup of bullshit too. You know. I hate it.
That means we're synced.
No. It means my fucking periods suck. I get like super depressed for like days beforehand, and then I'm miserable and agitated while it's happening because I'm in pain and shitting my guts out, and then I'm kind of like weirdly irritated afterwards. So I'm in the weirdly irritated phase.
Oh, well, would
So
you like me to
someone
mention things for you to rant about, or you
No, no,
fine?
no, no. So like, today, like I was talking to somebody, and like this happens a lot. I ask them if they want to watch movies with me, and they're like, "Oh, I'd love to, but I have ADHD and I can't focus." And I just look at them like, "Have you ever read my bio? It says ADHD up there." So I don't give a fuck if I just want to watch a movie. You know, I don't care if we have to rewind it or watch it again. I don't care if we have to pause, you have to walk around. Yeah, I don't care if you start humming, singing, vibrating. Uh, be you. Whatever you got to do to exist. You don't have to hide any of that shit. You don't have to mask a single moment. Now, for a single second with me, I don't want masked people. I want people who are just themselves. You know? Like I
Pretty hard
said,
for someone to get used to.
I will talk my fucking head off. I won't shame you for the things you do, and you don't shame you for the things you do to exist. You know? If you have to fucking play on your phone while the movie's playing, so be it. Like, I want to watch a movie with you. I don't care what you look at, that you look at your phone, or walk, or talk, or hum, or sing, or pace, or fidget, or fucking meow. Just be your authentic self. That's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Cause you get meow. Cause I'll fucking just. We all do that. We being the people here who are neurodivergent, we all do this shit. So it's like, you know, it's okay. Just be yourself. I ain't gonna shame you for it. Oh, I need to see Tiptoes still. Yeah.
Through the toolbox.
I think also that if that DVD you watched, Michael, is unmatted, which means it's not properly framed. So if it were properly framed, you may not see the feet. For example, if I remember correctly, that was the director's only defense. You weren't supposed to see the feet. But yeah, the rest of that is well earned because Gary Oldman is playing a little person badly. He's not a little person. They just got a little person to act. That's you know, like, what the fuck? Like, okay, like Midnight Mass. They have an able person playing a disabled person, and it makes sense in the movie or show, excuse me. But like, you could have just CGI'd the disabled person, and I don't know. That's such a complicated one because like, the character like gets to walk at some point, and I feel like perhaps they should have just shot around with camera trickery, allowing and body doubles to allow a disabled actor to play that disabled person, since they returned to their status quo at some point. And so it's like, and I'm not saying that Midnight Mass is great. In fact, it's one of the best shows I've seen in a long ass time. Best miniseries, you know. But I just feel that was like my only like real qualm with it. So like why make a movie about a little person without hiring a little person? There are plenty of very good actors who are little people. I guarantee you, they just haven't been given a shot because they don't get cast for quote unquote normal heighted roles. Like, that's the problem. Oh, we can't find anybody because you're not looking. The problem is the studios don't want that. They just don't give a fuck. They just want to make money. They don't care about like equal access to representation and shit.
A leaf going on back there? What is back there?
I don't know what is back there.
I don't know.
Oh.
Well, now it's green.
Ow.
Green.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's because of my nerve. I have a cervical pinch up here. The base of my spine. It's really hard to work out.
That is hard.
And so I'm just gonna go to the doctor and say, "Give me that cortisol shot. Bump that shit. Let's go." whatever it is. I don't know if it's actually cortisol, but give me that pain relief shot. Give me that thing that's gonna release the pressure so it can like go back to normal, so I can stop living in agony. Cause like right now I'm doing okay, but like I said this morning when I woke up, I was in so much pain. I was crying. I just couldn't. It was just bad.
I think it's cortisone, but I mean, it's
Cortisone,
been like
sure. I don't.
decades since I've worked in a doctor's office, so don't quote me.
I don't remember. Very much indeed a gray area. Having someone who's complete opposite play, trans, disabled, being a large, heavy-set person or a little person like that is on a level of yellow face. Yeah. I don't know about that. It's definitely. I don't know if it's not the same level as racism, but it's up there. It's definitely a tier below racism, like yellow face, brown face, etc. You know, black face, and these sorted other thing. I mean, I saw fucking Elvis do red face. That was like he was playing a Native American. A Indigenous American. I'm trying to remove that archaic term out of my thing. Apparently, so like yeah, I was like him and Burgess Meredith both. You know the guy who go get him rock. That guy. And they're on a reservation, and it's basically mocking all the things about a reservation. It's like it takes a res car and makes it funny. You're like, do you realize the res cars are the way they are because everyone's incredibly poor? Because you force them to live in abject poverty after you stole their fucking land, I might add, and murdered most of their people. I'm just saying. But yeah, I want people to like, I don't want people to mask who they are. I want to just meet and understand and get to know people. And my return is, don't judge me for being me. I won't judge you for being you. That's it. That's my. It's only it's the non-verbal agreement of friendship, right? It's like, Michael, if you watch any 90s comedy, 70s to 90s comedy, 70s to early 2000s comedy, actually, and guarantee you there's a transphobic joke in there somewhere. It's usually it's a guy in a dress, or a lady with a deep voice, those are the two most common ones. Or someone getting someone naked and looking down and going, oh no! Yeah. Or it's Ace Ventura fucking taking a scrubbing shower because he had sex with kissed a trans person, like, or everybody at the end vomiting because they all kissed the trans person. Like, a Family Guy where Brian vomits for fucking 2 straight fucking minutes because he finds out he slept with a trans person. Like, yeah, like, you know, that's the shit I don't stand for. Like, I will if you. Here's my rules. If you kill the animal needlessly for a cheap scare, you get docked a star. If you're ableist or racist or sexist or any of the other ists that are bad, you get docked a star. You know? Yeah, your gun is sticking to my hip. That joke, exactly. Meanwhile, someone else would kill for that. I mean, what?
Want to see what I bought?
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally, like, distracting myself right this second. But I want to show you. This is so cool.
I'm gonna smoke this bowl while you do this.
Okay. Oops, I dropped stuff.
Oh no, we went to the drink. We're dead.
No, you're not dead. I just knocked it over. I like Halloween time because I can get things.
Or I think almost worse. I think almost worse about than the transphobic joke is when they fetishize us. Like, don't fetishize people. We're people. Unless I'm selling you fetish porn specifically with you in mind, if you fetishize me, don't fetishize me. Don't have impure thoughts about me in general, please. I'm a demisexual. I don't like that. That was being ridiculous out here, everyone. I don't give a fuck if you masturbate to me. Have fun.
Oh, hang on. I have to fix my...
Oh shit! I gotta get rid of my nail polish because I got to next week paint my nails black and orange.
I'll show you something else I got.
The Ace Ventura, look, Ace Ventura 2 is great and has none of those things, by the way. Ace Ventura is an example in which there is no deep voice woman, no guy in a dress. I think maybe there's some culturally insensitive things. But the character's being ignorant, so I don't know. Contextually, it makes sense. Not that I'm going to say someone shouldn't watch it, but I will never, ever, 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 ever watch the first one again. It's stricken, done. I had no interest in seeing it again. And that's because the only funny part in number 1 is when kicking the package down the pavement. Sorry.
Things I bought.
It's not true. There's other funny parts, but go ahead.
Things I bought.
Okay, Bandis Vernis. I like the pattern. Oh my god! I noticed it's pumpkins. That's so cute.
Pumpkins.
I want those. Oh, I want those too.
I can see if they're still for sale. I'll check the website.
Probably not. Too close to Halloween. I'll take any Halloween nails because I don't have any of those actually. Oh, a little dino skelly.
So cute.
That is adorable. What'd you name it? No, what'd you name it?
We haven't decided between Winston and Hubert.
I think Winston.
Winston? Okay, Winston. And this is Horatio.
You do it well. Angel agrees, Winston. Underrepresented name. That's awesome. The black glove is really actually a bonus, too. Oh yeah, you were having problems with skulls. I remember that.
I was having problems with skulls, so we went to the Halloween store and I was like, I need this. Haha.
Look, in my house, well in the case of my room, I only have one piece of Halloween decoration because you don't have room to store it all. Or put it anywhere. I have one skull, and the only thing I do during Christmas is I break out the Santa hat and I put it on top of the skull. All the Halloween decorations stay out. If I had a 12-foot skeleton, I'd get a 12-foot skeleton hat for it.
I would love to put Christmas hats on skeleton. I gotta do that. I also have a skeleton dragon, but he's hanging up. His name is D'Artagnan, and he's hanging up, so I can't take him down.
What did you name the skull again?
Well, it's Horatio.
There you go, Angel. She already named it Horatio.
What was it? No.
She was saying she'd name it Horatio Uric, and I'm like, oh, she already did. So.
I did name it Horatio.
Yeah.
Horatio, this is Winston, and then D'Artagnan is one I bought a couple years ago, but he's hanging on the wall over there.
Bugs Bunny, I don't know. I think Bugs Bunny is actually a trans icon potentially. Like, anyway.
All right. So that's the things that I got, and I will check the Color Street website for you just in case.
Or I should say more appropriately, I think Bugs Bunny is either like a gender fluid person or some sort of they are some sort of non-binary, and they're a good representation because they dress in all sorts of clothes, drag and otherwise. Drag, female clothes and male clothes. What?
I think I could get behind Bugs Bunny being gender fluid. That makes sense.
Feminine clothes? How do I say that? Just anyway. Whatever. Clothes can go on anybody. It's weird having to call them female clothes or feminine clothes because, like, no, they're just clothes. Anyway. I'm just on a rant today. I'm so sorry. Anyone who does not like that content, welcome to my regular content. Yes, I do also laugh at my own jokes with a big belly laugh because I'm funny.
I think you're funny. Okay.
Well, I'm funny looking for sure.
Huh?
I'm funny looking for sure.
Aww. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the artsy now.
Excellent. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Big nabbit.
I failed.
You did fall. Sorry about that.
I falled. Recently we were watching Oh yeah. I read that already. Clothes are closed. Aw, thank you, Angel. I got my face shaved, and then my shaver died, so it's all on my neck still. I have to charge my shaver. I need a new shaver. The battery's dying on it. It's doing that thing where it doesn't hold a charge as well.
I fixed it.
Also, I just need to get a higher quality razor, like a Schick or something. Or a Gillette. One of them fancy man faces since they're giant babies and have to have like these super sensitive fucking things. Meanwhile, fucking women are given torture devices for their legs.
Yeah.
Like, what is that nonsense? So, ladies, bit of a tip. Buy a men's shaver for your legs and body hair. Trust me. Trust me. Or don't shave it if that's what your choice is.
Yes. You are not bound to
I
yourself.
I am hairy as fuck. I mean, I want to get it lasered off because I actually don't like the hair on my body. But like, it's not a big deal really. Like, you need to move your arc to the right.
Right.
A little bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay, you can do it that way too. Find where the camera will sit and then move the arc to it.
How's that?
It needs to go up a little bit. There you go.
I did.
So, yes, my leg hair and my chest hair make me very dysphoric. I have no back hair. I'm like a regular hairy person. I'm not like some people have like thick layer of hair. I do not have like a carpet. I just have hair and enough of it that's not. You can't miss it, you know? It's here. The one I don't feel there should be an issue with voice acting. Quote, I don't understand. Oh, yeah, there's something to be said of the lack of diversity in voice acting, and maybe people of color should play people of color even in animation. But, like, that's a complex thing. It's a complex thing, and there's no easy answers to any of this. Oh, except for love people and not hate people. Even if you don't like what they represent, you just gotta move on. You can't waste energy. You can't. The other thing is, my other piece of advice is don't waste time with trolls on the internet. You may feel like you get through to them, but you won't. You never do. And a lot of times, just stop trying to move the camera. The camera wants to live in a specific point, so you have to move the art to the camera.
The camera is keeping moving. That was the problem.
Plus, there's a troll strategy called dolphining, or sea lioning, excuse me. And they ask what seem to be innocuous questions, but are just there to lead bad faith arguments and run you in circles and waste your time. The trolls, we just block. Sometimes I'll lash out at a troll, but like I really shouldn't. Two different people. So I also learned something about myself today, or this year. This last week, in fact, is for the second time, somebody who was contacting me anonymously, who wanted to remain anonymous during for long periods of our contact, they refused to like divulge any information about them, but wanted to know all my personal details, and so I got to the point where I'm just like, no, and I can't. No, tell me who you are, or this is done. The first time, I just insisted over and over again, look, I cannot trust you because I do not know you. I want to trust you. Please, show me a photo of you, hold my fucking name up. Let me trust you. And they said, you're never going to be anywhere, be happy unless you trust people. I'm like, I can trust people just fucking fine, bitch. You're giving me nothing to trust. I need to move your art up. Turn it. Oh, there you go. It's fine. Actually, you're right. So, like, anyway. I've decided that people who decide to engage me anonymously, I can only, like, allow a certain amount of headspace because, yeah. They, like, for some reason, it's the second time someone has contacted me anonymously, and it's just been really pushy, and, like, I was, like, tell me who you are. Do I know you? Are we a mutual? They weren't a mutual with me on Twitter, but they're definitely responding to things on my Twitter. So I'm like, well, what's the fucking point of quote unquote liking me if you don't actually fucking follow me and we're not mutuals? Like, you got it. It's trust a two-way street. If you're not going to give me trust, you're not going to get trust. And I basically said, how can I trust you? And this is the second time, and they just went, bye. And both times they've gaslit me about, like, if I don't just trust people, I'll never be happy. Or why can't you people just give you, in this case, why can't someone gift you something without expectation? I'm like, I didn't have an expectation. I wanted to know who the fuck you were. That's not an expectation. That's a demand for equality and equity in communication. And if you cannot afford equity in communication, you cannot have a relationship, even friendship, with me. You have to be able to talk to me. And not anonymously.
That makes sense.
And if it's too hard to talk about, you can ask me to post anonymously. And then, like, maybe, I don't know, figure out how to make that anonymous somehow. Wait until I'm answering other questions and throw it in there or whatever. But, like, I can't. Look, I need honesty in my life. And if you can't be honest, I can't. You're not worth my time. I deserve honesty. I deserve truthfulness. And I deserve to be met on equal ground. And if someone cannot do those things, then they cannot have a single drop of me in their cup.
No drops.
And trust is not freely. I freely trust people to a point. To a point. Because I'm open about a lot of things. I've talked about my rape, and I've talked about the sexual assault I've done, my physical assault. I talked about a lot of really personal and deep stuff on my Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. But I leave specific details out. People don't need to know everything, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, it's just, I will be more. I'm very easy to trust if I just I'm given trust. If I'm given something to trust, I will trust you. It's actually very easy to hurt me. It's very easy to hurt me. You just have to actually give me enough trust to like you, and then you hurt me. You said they keep bailing way too early into interactions. If they're really trying to hurt me, they'd be a little more patient.
Trying to get your personal information so they can steal your money.
I don't have any money, though.
They don't know that.
I'm fucking on disability. They should know that. If they don't, they're ignorant ass fucks.
Some people think people on disability make tons of money. I don't know why that is the case, but they do, because I've heard those kinds of comments.
With my pot, with the, okay. Step one, I have a smidge of what's the word I'm looking for? I have parents who, although they're transphobic towards me, feel obligated enough to not kick me out. So I have an ounce of privilege and rent safety for the most part. And generally just try to mind my business so I don't get kicked out.
Right.
2, I am afforded money that is 2 times lower than the poverty line. I don't have any money. The only reason I have any money to spend is because I have a smidge of fun money to spend every month after I pay my medical bills, my meds specifically. I need the cannabis medically. I need my trans medicines, which are not covered by anything. And they're not too expensive, but I need those things. I have rent to pay. I pay for my half, my third of Hulu, my half of Netflix, and...
Why are you paying for a half of Netflix and a third
because my dad's the only one who uses Netflix, and everyone uses Hulu.
Ah.
So, we agreed. There's going to be some equity here, because I don't appreciate that I'm paying for part of one of their... You know what I mean? That's not fair. And my brain... Part of my autism is I cannot handle things I feel are unfair. It triggers me. I have a strong sense of justice and equality. So.
My
yeah.
camera keeps turning.
You just keep doing your thing. Just keep moving the art. You just keep moving the camera. It's the best you can do. You got plenty of time. You got like 2 hours, so you can take your sweet ass time. Everything being annoying, whatever.
I have been taking my time. I've been working on this one for a month.
I mean, yes, I know. You can take a break if you need to. It's all good. So, like, and as a disabled person and a trans person, I have so few rights in this country. Are you kidding me? I have the freedom of speech. I have just the barest thing. I don't have other. There's a whole bunch of rights that cis-het people are and able people are immediately afforded that I do not get afforded to me. There are buildings I cannot enter. There are buildings that I cannot go. There are too many stairs. I need a ramp. I have mobility issues.
Right.
Like there are buildings I can't enter. There are things I cannot reach in this world because I cannot climb on things. I do not have the grip strength or the leg stability to like climb a ladder with any kind of regularity. There are things I know I cannot do because I am physically disabled from years of punishment from doing stupid shit when I was a teenager. I did a lot of backyard wrestling for a couple years there. It was stupid. I regret every goddamn minute of it. I sustained a severe enough assault from a hate crime because they thought I was gay. So, and when I was 12, which gave me a traumatic brain injury, which gives me significant memory issues, especially with numbers. You can't give me more than one number, or I might forget one of them within about 30 seconds. My brain cannot hold numbers. Then I have severe impulsivity from my ADHD and my traumatic brain injury. I have severe emotional dysregulation from my ADHD, my autism, and my brain injury. So, like, I'm a very sensitive being. From people I care about, it can be very easy to make me cry by mistake, because I'm a very sensitive person. And I admit that I am oversensitive, but it's not something I can control. It's not something that will change. I can get better at, after the emotional outburst, recovering from it, but the emotional outburst will sometimes just always come. Sometimes I will just have a meltdown in Target. I will just start crying, sobbing. I might scream. I might freak out, tell them to touch me. There's no telling, because my fight or flight has been triggered by being overstimulated or having something trigger trauma. And so I cannot, I've been kicked out of Target for having these things happen. I mean, not permanently, but they just suddenly had to leave and cause an disruption. And I'm not meaning to. I don't want to. I cannot control it. All I can do is, as soon as it starts happening, start going through my checklist to get to a point where I can at least move, so I'm not just in the middle of the floor, right?
Right.
And then there's just, where did this start? I can't remember. What was I on this rant before? There was a beginning from this.
I don't remember either.
I had a point and I lost it. Thanks. So that's just my ADHD and my autism, where I do a one-sided conversation. That's all these rants are. My autism is just being unchecked and having all these one-sided conversations.
I'm commenting.
But I mean, like, I'm having long stretches where I'm just going on a tear. That's part of my autism, where I just I have sometimes just have one-sided conversation until I make my point twice or something. I don't mean to repeat myself, but I feel sometimes that I will say one thing and then I'll be talking about something and then I'll reiterate it, but I'll try to do it differently because I feel like sometimes I say things really obtusely. My brain thinks of things in only a certain way sometimes. And if I've given you instructions, sometimes it is very hard for me to formulate the words to give you different instructions that mean the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It should be as easy as just using different words, but I cannot think of the words. I just like slowly explain the same thing again because I can't. It's me struggling. So.
I think it's useful when you go off and have we call them a rant, because I like to do the arts, but I feel like I need to participate. But if you're, as you call, ranting, I don't really have to think of what to say. I
call it ranting, but technically it's a one-sided conversation because I'm like answering and asking questions of myself, and it's just an aspect of my autism. This is the way it goes.
But it's useful,
and that's not something I'm gonna mask, and I don't care. So.
I mean, it can be useful in the we're doing a live stream kind of.
The only reason why I say sorry is because of trauma. Because I have been traumatized to have all my emotions rebuked, to have everything I say criticized to death, made to feel like I'm a liar or making things up. I mean, very frequently. So it's like, yeah, I'm learning to overcome these things, but the thing is it's trauma, so you'll get over something and it'll just come back for no fucking discernible reason, and then if you are an abused person, you sometimes enact abuse. And recently I got a little I just accidentally, without intending to, slip back into my codependent habits with some of my friends, and they had to sit down and talk with me and explain what was happening, because I couldn't see it by myself because I was just doing it without realizing it, right? And it's because I was taught that's the way you interact with people by the people who raised me.
Right.
I had to close my window, my pants. So it's like it's something I'm trying to unlearn. It's something I'm trying to. Like, the other thing, so being belittled for, like, having emotional outbursts, making it feel like my emotions are never valid and none of my pains are really valid. If I ever mention, like, oh, something's hurting, I get told, oh, we all hurt. I'm like, great. What does that have to do with my shoulder hurting? But I don't say that because I'm not trying to rock the boat, because I don't want to get kicked out, because I don't have the ability to... Hi, Sarah!
Sarah!
We're watching Black Widow tomorrow. No, next week. We're watching the last 3 episodes of What If, I think, tomorrow. Or, no, we're Suicide Squad. It's a Suicide Squad, sorry. We're watching the Suicide Squad film.
Oh, I want to watch.
And I have to use the because there's 2 movies within, like, 5 years that say Suicide Squad as their title. Usually I just append the because no one cares. But then it would just be like, which Suicide Squad?
The one that just came out.
I've seen the first 6 episodes of What If with Sarah, Michael, and I have to say I'm enjoying a lot of them. I really liked Captain Carter. I thought that was a really cool one. I did not expect the feels from the Doctor Strange time that the Doctor Strange variant of Groundhog's Day, because that's what that was. That was just Groundhog's Day, but different.
Oh man, I'm running out of ink. I gotta get another ink.
The Killmonger saving Tony Stark one I didn't care for.
Wait a minute.
I was just like, I didn't care for that character that, like, all that much. I thought he was a cool villain, but, like, I don't know. I'm not, like, begging for... It's like Crossbones is one of my favorite villains in the comics, but the movie version of Crossbones, just... I'm not begging for more of him. I want to be, but he's not... His character's just kind of... I mean, at least the dude from fucking Black Panther has got a really developed storyline and backstory and meaningful reason for doing the things that he's doing. He literally feels like he's the hero of the story, and like that makes him such a great. That's actually one of the reasons why Black Panther's so good, is that the villain is grounded in reality, because you can see yourself having been from Wakanda, having those things happen to you here, having no help from your people, having some sort of want, and seeing your father die, right, and having these things happen, you can see why someone would desire vengeance against somebody who is just trying to do good in the world, right?
Right. Because for you, he didn't do
And
good.
the thing that I also love about it is Killmonger. Killmonger? Yeah, Killmonger. He teaches Black Panther a lesson that being an isolationist and being closed off is not good for everybody.
Right.
And him, the whole event and him talking, their talk together leads T'Challa. I was blanking on his name. Sometimes I know the name and I just can't connect. Like I knew T'Challa was here, could not get these lips to say T'Challa, but like he changes as a person. They change each other, which is why that movie is like literally one of the best MCU films. It's actually not only is it that, it's one of the best superhero films. It's one of the best. It's just a really, really, really good blockbuster film. I mean, like, did it win Academy Awards? It deserved Academy Awards if it didn't.
I don't remember, but it definitely deserved it.
Yeah, no. I'm not. I don't have a problem with the darkness. Michael. The problem is one of my biggest fears is the loss of someone I love deeply, like a member of my coven, or like Justin, or and Garbage and Sean and the Crane crew. You know, like people I've built these long, loving relationships where I care about these people. Like so, watching it, it hits me there because I have like super empathy. I have like hyper empathy is what it's called. I have hyper empathy. I'm extremely empathetic because I spent a good chunk of my life suppressing my empathy, and it has come back in full force. And so I'm hyper empathetic, and so it's very easy for myself to put myself into characters' shoes and understand their emotions and feel their emotions, which is to an extent some sort of synesthesia. I think synesthesia, which is a factor of autism too, I believe.
You hurt my feelings.
I hurt your feelings?
You didn't list me.
Oh, you have no idea. I would be so fucking devastated. I would be devastated. You have no idea.
Well,
You're not allowed to die. I'm supposed to die before you. It's not.
Wait, no, then you're making me suffer.
But I don't have to see it anymore, so it's alright. Oh, sorry, Sarah. Let's scroll back. You're doing very well. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Sarah. I'm doing a final edit in the first part of my story. Yes, that's great. Congratulations. That feels so good. Yes, episodes 3 through 5 are dark as sucks. I like them all. The zombies episode I think is one of the best. It perfectly encapsulates the zombies universe volumes from the comics, which I've only read a little bit of, but the reveal of the zombies is when they first get revealed, it's so good. It's so good. You know, I was like, oh, I know what's going on. I see what's about to happen, and boom, there you go. Zombies are in the title, by the way. I'm not spoiling the fact that they're zombies.
Oh, fine. Need a darker gray on this.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying that series. Me and Sarah have to watch. Sarah and I, excuse me, have to watch Suicide Squad this week. Next week we're watching the last 3 episodes of What If. The week after that we're actually. Oh yeah. The week after that we're doing Black Widow. But I realize now, Sarah. When does it come out? I forgot. It's the 8th, I think. I think the problem is it's the day after we hang out. Let me look.
Study. skeleton in college. Why can
October
I not
6th,
remember how they put together?
which is a Wednesday. Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday. We can actually watch Black Widow that day. Actually, I can't watch Black Widow. I just realized. I actually cannot.
Why not?
Because I have a doctor's appointment.
Oh.
I can't even probably hang out with my my friend Chloe. My whole day is shot with that doctor's appointment because of where it sits in my day. We do have enough time to do the last 3 episodes of. So yeah, so we're sticking to the normal plan. So the Suicide Squad tomorrow. What if 1 through 3 or 7, 8, 9 next week, and then Black Widow the week after that. So. And then I don't know the fuck we're gonna do after that. We'll probably watch maybe one of the old cartoons or something. Ah.
You could do non-Marvel stuff.
Yeah, we are. It's Suicide Squad.
Oh. Right. I want to see that one.
I found it odd. People complaining about the humor of the Marvel Zombies episode, but like, yeah, well, that's because there's not as much humor in the actual comics. But you know, it's like it's good. It's good shit. I liked it. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Like sticking to like purity like that is rigid, non-conform. Like it's rigid and like. It allows for no growth, so I don't know. Yeah, there will definitely eventually be a Star Wars crossover with Marvel Comics stuff in like a what if fashion probably, or just a regular like holiday special. They'll do a holiday special together, and it'll be out of continuity or whatever. But it'll happen eventually. I'm so excited, by the way, for Muppet Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so good.
Yay! I'm so excited for that too. Must watch. Must watch.
Let's see here.
It's time to write the life. It's time to get things started on the pump show tonight.
Oh, there's a thing. I haven't seen Free Guy yet.
I want to see that one too.
It's in my list. I still have to see Pixels.
You still have to see Pixels?
Yes, the movie Pixels. Yeah.
Adam Sandler one?
Yes, because there's got a bunch of video game shit. I want to watch it be terrible because like apparently it's bad. So like I want to watch it and like see how they shoehorn everything into this ridiculous plot.
I enjoyed it, but I just enjoy fun games. So.
I haven't seen it, so. But I'm gonna give it a free shake. Like the thing is, I always give movies fair shakes. It takes a lot of time, but taking expectations and throwing them away when you go into a movie will almost always end up making you enjoy the movie a little bit more. The reality of things is the vast number of blockbusters are just pretty decent, okay movies. 6 out of 10. Nothing to write home about. Not bad. People are like, it's the worst ever, but it's not really. It just has some flaws, and it's still pretty good. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed Pixels, and I don't know anything about video games, so
Well,
you have to remember that they're making it for everybody.
Absolutely. I don't like the idea of a fucking pop culture cash in like that, but and I feel like Ready Player One did it better, but I still want to give Pixels a try because maybe I like it. I have a few friends that have liked it, a few friends that hated it. I feel like it's probably one of those love-hate it movies, right?
I liked Ready Player One, the movie. I did not love the book. I hated the book. The book was so boring.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds wants to play the Hulk? Oh, no, I see. He wants to bring in the Hulk and Spider-Man. Got it. Alright, cool, excellent. I would only agree to that if he does the Loki smash thing with Deadpool, where he just ba 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 ba, and then walks away. And, oh,
So
oh, just beats the fuck out of him. You want? I don't. You want to see Resident Evil, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Ghostbusters: Afterlife, Matrix 4, Eternals? You know, I would love to see all those in the theaters, but realistically, I probably won't because of the pandemic. I'm very excited for Matrix 4. It's going to be extra trans this time.
I have to explain why the first ones were trans for those of us who weren't paying attention.
What? Sorry.
You said it was going to be extra trans, which implies that the first ones were kind of trans, and you need to explain how the first ones were kind of trans for those of us who just weren't paying attention.
Oh, they're entirely a trans. Okay, here, hold on. Let me read this. Let me read this one specific quote from the movie, the very first Matrix.
If you're going to rant anyway, you might as well.
I know, yeah, I got it. First, here's the first thing to look at is, Agent Smith is very deliberately choosing to call them Mr. Anderson. Okay? Second of all, the red pill he takes to go to the Matrix is a representation of the then hormones, can't remember the name, which came in a big red pill. 2, the character Switch was always supposed to be a male out of the Matrix and a female in the Matrix. 3, like the first words you see on the computer, it's just the word trans. I think it's the last words. Anyway, there's a bunch of little things like that. 3rd, Neo does this last line in the movie. Spoilers, I'm sorry if you haven't seen The Matrix. I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and control, without borders and boundaries, a world where anything is possible, where we go from here is a choice, and I leave to you. When he's talking to Agent Smith, what he's actually talking to is his masculine self, who's fighting their transness, which is so often a thing. I mean, I did for a decade, you know?
Yeah.
There's other little things here and there, you know?
Was Switch one gender in the Matrix and one gender not in the Matrix?
No, they were just very, very queer-coded, non-binary, most likely.
It's been a really long time since I've seen that movie, to be honest.
They're the one who goes, not like this.
Yeah, I remember who Switch was. I just can't remember. I really like Switch too.
No one mentions what happened to you take both pills. I imagine they cancel each other out in some fashion. Maybe nothing happens. Maybe you were pulled out of the Matrix and just forcibly shoved back in the wrong direction. I have yet to watch the Animatrix also.
Oh.
I've seen Last Flight of the Cyrus and like one or two other of the segments, but I have not seen the whole thing. And I only saw them because my friend insisted I watch them. And I didn't want to disappoint them, so. Story of my life.
I mean, I don't think that Animatrix was necessary for the rest of the movies.
Oh, but like, here's my thinking. How cool would it be to have a TV series of The Matrix? And it's an anthology, so it's every episode's different. Because then you can have, like, someone jacking into The Matrix decades ago, right? Because it's been happening for a long time. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's the Roaring 30s. And he's doing all the bold time shit in the Roaring 30s. And, You know what I mean? Like that's the cool part. Like you could do so much with that idea of the Matrix has had multiple incarnations. You could do a story about one of the other Neos, one of the other chosen ones, I should say, and what happened to them. You can do so many different stories about like the fucking invasion of Zion and people who live in Zion regularly. That world is so lush and vibrant and full of like questions. I would welcome a TV series. I'd welcome a very nice high budget television show.
It does tie in a little bit. There's this character called Kid, and one of the stories is Kid's story. That's literally what it's called. It's called Kid's story.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So like, I just think that'd be really cool. And you can do live action, animated. You can do all sorts of mediums. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be really awesome if you had all sorts of mediums going.
Yep.
I would totally. I think that would be great. Where did my blue gray go? Ah.
And to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll be here trying to make a skeleton look skeletal. What did you do for a Klondike bar? Ah, dagnabbit, another dead pen. Why are my pens always dead? Oh, 'cause I use them, probably. Okay. Alright, I need some water gray. Where is my cool gray? That's blue gray. Will that work? No! It's another dead pen! Almost dead. Not quite dead. Oh. Blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Oh. I need some brown. Oh. Too expensive. Must be more than sure. Alright, where did I put my calligraphy brush? I need to buy more of these. Twas brillig and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wabe. Oh, mimsy where the boro grows and the mome rats outgrave. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub burn and shun the famorious bandersnatch. Took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the maximum foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood awhile in thought. And, as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came waffling through, the tully wood and burbled as he came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead, and with his head he came glumping back. Hast thou slain the Jabberwock, my son? Callooh, callay, oh frabjous day! He chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toes did gyre and gimble in the wabe. Oh, mimsy, where the boro grows, and the mome rats outgrave. Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labor and my leisure too, for his civility. We passed the
Oh, I'm back.
Hi! I was forcing people to listen to more poetry. same poetry because I only have so much poetry memorized. Ow. I need to take a leg break.
Okay. I'm gonna show my cat off. Look how pretty this cat is. Isn't she just the cutest fucking cat?
She's the cutest cat in Washington State.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, my leg. Ow.
This is actually funny. This is actually the collection. This is my one. These are two of my Blu-ray overstock tubs, and I got another two over here. Plus a bunch of DVDs I decased and put in some thin DVD carriers. Ah.
My chest just popped. What time is it?
It is 2:17.
It's only 2:17?
It's 2:17. You need to move your art up a little bit. A little bit more. There you go. I'm bringing the art back.
Oh, I am still adjusting from sitting on my leg.
Yeah, but now people can see the Skelly boy.
Okay. How do you know it's a boy?
A BOI. It might be a girl who I don't. Anyway, look,
Okay.
it's just a meme.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't
It's
familiar with the
just
meme.
a meme.
Wasn't familiar with it.
Just a meme. Aw, Angel gave you kisses. I think we did, Michael. I think I fucked up the second one is what happened. Yes, happy sunny spring skeleton.
Hey, I think they're harvesting the sunflowers, so it's end of summer, fall.
Oh, there you go. Autumn.
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 I want to draw this guy next.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Dinosaur in the sky. I can fly twice as high. No, I can't. Right, take a look.
I mean,
Pterodactyl cook. It's reading rainbow.
Dinosaurs, so
I can say anything.
when I took my nephew, I told you I took my nephews to the dinosaur museum when we were in Colorado. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in Grand Junction. And it's like a kid's dinosaur museum, so it's like perfectly sized for my 5-year-old nephew.
Oh, nice.
He went nuts. Both of my nephews absolutely enjoyed it. Like, so the little one, we're gonna call them K and R. So the 5-year-old is K and the younger one is R. So he's 2, and he saw my sister's clavicle on her, like, Mommy! And he pokes it, fossil!
Okay.
Well, that's so, like, fossil!
Amazing.
Right? Fossils are bones! Where did you... He's like in the museum! And she's like, okay! I don't like that. from that museum trip, like
Interesting.
dinosaur fossils. But Kay was like, he was just trying to see the entire museum in at once. Just he got these 3D dinosaur puzzles that are made out of cardboard, and then we built a pterodactyl. Even though a pterodactyl isn't a dinosaur, it was in the puzzles. And then after we built the model, we sat there and he drew the model. And I had told them both that they could get a souvenir. So R got a plushy ankylosaur. I believe he got a plushy ankylosaur. Good choice on dinosaurs.
Hell
And
yeah.
Kay originally wanted the puzzles, which were, like $17. I'm like, that's a fine. But then he put them back, and he decided he picked up this little, like, $6 notebook. And he comes running out of the store at me. He's like, Aunt Shura, can I get this so I can draw like you? And I'm like,
Aww.
so he got both things.
Oh, I bet. Melted your heart real quick, huh?
Yeah. So then we used both things. He drew in his sketchbook. He drew a brachiosaur. He drew a pterodactyl.
Cookies.
He drew a velociraptor. It was, he was really sitting there. He was drawing. He drew what's it called?
I don't know. What's it called?
The spitting one from Jurassic Park, but he's actually
Dilophosaurus.
Yes, he drew a Dilophosaurus, and he was standing there telling me how the Dilophosaurus was different from the one in Jurassic Park. And I'm like, very good, Kay. I'm training my nephews well. They love dinosaurs. Oh, you know what I got them for Christmas?
What?
I got them fossil bags. And so I have a friend who bought some fossils, like, ammonites and things, and she put them in dirt with some pretty rocks, and I got, like, she packaged them all up, and so I'm making them fossil kits. I'm getting them how to identify fossils for kids, and then some fossil brushes, and a sifter. So they're going to have these
That's cute.
Kits. I'm excited over that.
I always wanted to be a paleontologist.
Huh?
I always wanted to be a paleontologist.
Me too, except then people are always telling me that I didn't want to be a paleontologist, and one of their arguments was, you have to go work in the heat. And, okay, I hate being hot, so that one broke. But
for me, it was you have to learn the hard-ass math I can't handle.
Oh.
I can't hang.
So, did you know Utah has a state paleontologist?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's one of 3 states that has a state-appointed paleontologist. And we went to the Dinosaur Discovery Zone in Utah, just me and Glenn, on our drive home. It's like a 7-hour drive from where my uncle lives. So we just stopped on the way home. And it sounds like it's going to be this little kid thing. And it is not. It is basically, so this guy named Dr. Johnson in like 2000 something, this happened between 2000 and 2005, so it's really recent. So basically he was like, I'm going to bulldoze this area to make it flat, so I built stuff. And so they're picking up chunks of rock. One of the chunks accidentally flips over and like, dinosaur footprint.
Oh no.
Yeah. So basically what they did was they just plopped a building over the Discovery Zone is where they found the fossils. There's like over 2,500, I think, different footprints or markings in this one spot. And I'm like, oh, this is air conditioned, and the paleontologist works here. So you know what? People are big fat liars.
Yep.
Also, there was that Antarctic expedition like about a decade ago, and like that wasn't anywhere hot.
And also, smartphones came into existence not long after high school. Became ubiquitous within just a few years. I wouldn't have had to do the math.
Yeah.
After passing class, I mean.
I remember teachers telling me, Well, you can't use a calculator because you're not gonna go everywhere as an adult with a calculator in your pocket. I'm like, yes,
Yes, I
I
am.
do. That is exactly what I do.
It's got a camera and a calculator,
Yeah.
and it plays music. It's an MP3 player.
I can't get up now. I'm underneath the cat.
It's a portable video game system, portable
Yep.
movie watching device.
And it can send messages and get your emails.
You can write things on it.
Yep. I wrote my entire. Another thing. Well, I'm ADHDing right this second. So did I tell you that I entered the New York, uh, New York City Midnight Writing Contest for their flash fiction?
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's
Someone was tweeting about that yesterday. I saw it, actually.
So they have 4 rounds. The first 2 is everybody, and we just had our second round. We were coming home. It was due Sunday night when we were coming home, so I'm writing it on my phone, and we actually had to stop at a rest stop so that I could upload it. And we're like, please have Wi-Fi, please have Wi-Fi. I did. I got it uploaded. But my section 95, I came in 4th.
Oh, not bad.
On my first one.
Congratulations.
On my second one. Thank you. So hopefully that means I have enough points to go on to the 3rd round, which is my goal for this year because it's the first year I'm doing it.
Fingers crossed. And yeah, Stargate was amazing. I said fingers crossed. Stargate was amazing. I loved that movie as a kid. I wanted that Stargate thing to exist so bad.
Oh, you got me Stargate for Christmas one year on Blu-ray.
What?
You got me Stargate for Christmas one year on Blu-ray.
I did. Nice.
You did.
You still have Stargate dreams. That's cool. I remember just being endlessly fascinated by the actual going through the wormhole thing. I just thought it looked great.
I really liked the fact that they had a different language in the movie. I really appreciate it when you have people going to a different area and they don't just speak the language of everyone else.
Right.
I really, really appreciate it. That was one of my favorite things about that movie.
And like Stargate, I liked Sliders a lot. That was another really great show.
I never watched Sliders.
Oh, you love that one, actually.
Easy, you are poking holes into my boob, and that is uncomfortable. She does not care. She just wants to poke holes. I would get up and do more art, but I can't. I'm now cat bed. Ocha is sleeping far away. I know how to make you get up. You're looking at me, but I don't put you on camera. And you'll be grumpified. See? Immediately, she's like, no, not the cat.
That's how it works.
Ah! Damn it. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm fighting my meds because they're trying to make me fall asleep.
Sing you a lullaby.
No. I ate some food, which helps. So hopefully it goes away.
Food makes me sleepy.
I didn't eat that much food, and it was chocolate and mint stuff, so I doubt it's gonna make me sleepy. More likely to make me horny than sleepy.
I was high. My blood sugar was high all the last few days of last week. I think it had to do with my migraine and my period and stuff. And then as soon as I took my Humira, boom! It just dropped.
Damn.
Humira isn't supposed to affect your blood sugar, but when I'm having high pain, my blood sugar goes up. I don't know why, but the more pain I'm in, the higher my blood sugar goes. It's not
Interesting.
my blood sugar goes up and then I'm in pain. It's like I'm in pain, my blood sugar goes up. And then with the Humira, it's like take the injection, and then zoom. It just was like, zip. Oh, you're not in pain anymore. Oh, I bought you something.
Yeah, what?
I bought you something.
You bought me something.
I just have to send it to you.
What'd you buy me?
I bought you cookie gummies.
Oh, yay! That's so cute.
They're gluten free.
Ah, that's the best part.
Yeah. They have them at Trader Joe's, and I'm like, we have to grab some.
Oh, Trader Joe's is in fact a very good place to find gluten-free stuff.
Yes. I also have gluten-free cookies for you, but I kind of bought them a while ago, so I have to check and see if they're still good.
That's okay. You should just eat them.
Alright, then I can buy you more.
Chocolate chip cookies are pretty good when they're gluten-free.
Oh, these are snickerdoodles.
Oh, even better. I like those a lot.
Yeah. But
Snickerdoodles and peanut butter cookies are like some of my favorites, honestly.
I didn't see any peanut butter cookies.
Yeah, it's fine. Of
But
course,
they did have snickerdoodles.
finding those things gluten-free is pretty hard also.
Yeah. I have to take a bio break because I stood up. So
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh. Chat. Oh no.
Alright, I'll put that back in my hair. I'll take that out with me.
Chat. Dear chat, how are you? I hope the stream finds you well. Oh, wow. You might like them, Angel. They're really sweet. They remind me of Christmas specifically. Because that's the only time I ever really get them. Usually.
Hey, man. Last time we lost that night, we found in the bottle.
Mute this for now. No one needs to hear the fucking drama in the background. Hey, Funk Monk. Sorry, I'm like really out of it. My meds are making me all fucking woozy and shit. Welcome back, Sarah. Ah. She's biting the cat. She's trying to bite me. She bit me pretty good, actually. She gets a little too bitey when she's playing. But I love her to death. Yes, I do. What is this? I'm touching your paws. Come on, bitch. Let's fight. No? Baby, kitty cat. Baby, the cutest forever sat. She is my baby kitty. I love baby. Stop giving me your belly if you don't want it petted. Oh, legs are like lead right now. Basically, when the stream's over with, I should be like getting over the symptoms, and that's when I will sleep. Oh boy. I am sure I have to talk better, because I definitely ramble! Oh, Testra's coming back. Yeah, she's my kitty. Meow, 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 kitty cat. Meow, 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 kitty cat. Welcome back. God, I am getting so fucking drowsy right now. Alright. No worries. Aw, it's a cute name. Bring up the art now. Art needs. I bet he can. I'm sure he can jury rig it together. I understand. Last month, damn. All because of a fuck up. Small little thing, it's all it takes, you know? It needs to go up a little. There you go. Alright. Ah! Just bashed my knee. Sorry, didn't mean to wake you, kitty. Meow. Oh, yeah, I need to unmute you.
Oh, I'm muted?
I had muted because whoever's talking was being picked up, and I didn't want your sensitive information, potentially sensitive information, to be broadcast.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
Thank you for reminding me. Appreciate that.
Green!
I'm a little drowsy.
On the good ship, a lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play. On the sunny beach of Peppermint Bay, see the sugar bowl, do a Tootsie Roll, and the big bad chocolate cake. And if you eat too much, you'll awake with tummy ache. On the good ship, a lollipop, it's a dream trip. Into bed you'll hop and dream away.
Your art needs to go to the
On the
right.
beach of Peppermint Bay. Need a little more green.
Yeah.
More green. Go. some yellow on your cheeks. So, there we go.
Yeah.
Yellow and some green going so that you can see the reflecting flowers. Darker down there.
I don't want to fall asleep, but body makes me want to fall asleep.
There's no boy, don't not enjoy all the was overhead. Stay away, don't go to bed. Absolutely no idea what the actual words are, but yeah.
Ain't that the way it goes?
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Right.
It's literally so stressful to sit down.
Aww.
I hate it.
No. Wrong pen.
Wrong pen, no. Stop. Blah, wake.
You wakey, eggs and
I
bakey.
don't know why, chat. I'm just like the meds really hit me.
Yeah. Magician, dreaming a dream, making the cutest that I've ever seen. Well, them make them the cutest that I've ever seen. That's all I know of that one. I only know that song because it was in 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag.
Every fucking Halloween ever.
What?
That dream me a dream, that thing.
Oh, Mr. Sandman, dreaming a dream, make them the cutest that I've ever seen. I think I forced you to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
that movie. Also love 8-Headed Freaks. Did not love when we watched 8 Dead Hookers, though. That was kind of depressing.
I still have to see that. And
I watched it with you.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was.
I gotta watch that still. And then
It wasn't a good one.
I gotta watch the Inside the Dojo film.
Things with 8 pieces of 8.
Pieces of 8.
Pieces of 8.
Doubloons.
I should do a pirate picture. That would be cool. I have a friend who really, really wants me to do a picture of her parrot on top of a skull, and I'm
Oh,
like, that would
God.
be so cool, right? She wants me to draw her specific parrot. But like, I can't do skulls. She's like, then do the parrot on something else. I'm like, no, I see this in my head. I want to do this.
Aw.
Meow.
Meow.
Osha's watching the burbs out there. And she's meowing at the burbs. I let Zizi out because my in-laws are home. Boop, boop. Need some more shadows on the sunflower.
Oh, stop falling asleep.
You can do it. You can do it. You can stay awake.
I hate these meds, but like at the same time, I like the fact that they help me grow boobies.
Boobies, boobies. I'm not sure how you're managing to do this because I take 1/3 of the amount that you take, and they knock me out. I take mine at night.
It's just, doing okay.
Oh, that's green. I don't want green. I just used the green. I don't want the green. No. Less green. This part's okay because it's shadow. Shadow. Shadow.
What?
What?
Cat. No, the cat made noise.
Oh.
Every
She's
time.
trying to help you. Huh?
Every time she puts her leg out to clean herself, I give her a high five. She hates it. Sometimes I'll do it and she'll just walk away from me. So I pet her first.
Is mommy teasing you, Sherlock? Is mommy giving you a hard time? Like, mommy makes my life so hard.
Oh, jeez.
First world cat problem.
Fuck, why? Yes, the girl meds. Progesterone is what's making me fall asleep. It also makes me have incredible orgasms, so it's like, there's a trade-off involved. Fuck me. And it makes my arms and legs all, like, spaghetti. So it's like,
Spaghetti, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and a Pizza Hut.
Oh, boy. It's getting better. The longer it lasts, the less intense the desire to fall asleep sitting up is.
Good. Shiny flowers. Come on. I need you to have a little bit more ink in you. You need more juice with this. It's a gel pen. Did gel pen work? Gel pen.
Gel pen.
I mean, not my ideal, but it's got more juice in it than my brush tip, so.
Did you say serial killer brush tip?
Got more juice in it than my brush tip has.
I don't know why I got serial killer brush tip out of that. It was so random.
I don't know either.
I'm like drowsy. I'm hearing shit now.
I'm just gonna start saying random words.
Oh my god, don't fuck with me right now.
Oh, come on. Don't. Now it's dead. How are you dead? Ah! I don't like jelly rollers. I normally just.
I like them
spout
for writing. That's it.
Wow.
I don't art with them, but I like the gel pens, the jelly roller type. Yeah. Pens.
I like to write with them too, but being left-handed, then my arm goes over the paper and then it doesn't fit on it anymore because it's got arm oil.
I got Sharpie S gel. I don't have any problems now. That kind of thing.
Sharpie.
You might want to look for them. They look like this. Well, you can't see it, but you know, stuff, things.
I have some nice, perfect for left-handers pens. Like, I forgot what they're called, but the package says perfect for left-handed people because it dries so fast. And I like that for writing.
Nice.
But they don't work too well for arting. Nothing does. Especially when I use my hands to blend the ink, because, yeah. Don't want to get oil on my paper, except for when I want to get oil on my paper.
I gotta pee again.
Okay.
Let's see if I fall over this time.
Don't fall. Maybe it will help wake you up.
Yeah, maybe. Be right back.
How dry I am. How wet I'll be. If I don't find the bathroom key. I found the key, but not the door. It's too late now. It's on the floor. I have no idea where I got that from. Let's sing it again. How dry I am, how wet I'll be if I don't find the bathroom key. I found the key, but not the door. It's too late now, it's on the floor. Oh. That's the kind of thing I sing randomly when I need to be. Or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, Z. Mary, Mary, quite the cherry, how does your garden grow? Silver bells and chocolate shells and pretty mates all in a row. Or, I need to pee, I need to pee, I need to pee, Q, R, S, T. Just gonna sing bathroom songs until I scare away the audience. This is why I don't do my own stuff, because I would just be really, really hyper and, yeah. Sure, what's going on with this leaf right here? But we'll just color it. It's turning in on itself. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be leaf right there, but it is now. Oh, won't you leave me alone? Don't really leave me alone. We need you here, chat. Be here, chat with us. Chat with us. Chat with us. So like hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. That is like the first song that you learn how to play in orchestra. Well, the first you learn D D D D A. I can't sing A. D E F G A. No, that's flat. D D D D. D-E-I. Yeah. They made us sing this, but I was in 5th grade, so like I can remember. We need some light green. The light green looks yellow, but it's actually green. See? Yellow tipped. I don't care that it's yellow tipped, but I have accidentally used it as yellow a couple times. Alright. Some darker colors in there. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? Have you forgotten me and gone away? Forgotten me somehow? Did you find someone new to be with you? A better friend somehow? Probably shouldn't be singing this because, well, it's from a movie that was in the 80s. So it probably has copyright. Need more brown. Need some shadows. Osha, wanna come meow with mommy? Meow. Bye, Ocha. Gray. Gotta do the seeds. See.
Ooh. Okay. Take this out. Oh, jeez.
Just walking to find you here with that sad look upon her face. I should have changed the stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. I had no force.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I got some popcorn. Munching on something will help.
That's a good idea. I'm singing disco songs, so we probably should stop me.
Plus, I have low calorie, so low sodium popcorn because I put like this really sodium heavy seasoning on it. So I counteracted it because I don't need that much sodium in my body. I really don't. I eat enough because sometimes when I'm streaming, I'll just make a TV dinner because it's just easier. I don't have to set up the show and stream when I make food, so you would just be streaming and I'd be right back streaming for 45 minutes, or an hour. And so I decided I'm just gonna microwave food when I'm streaming, just to make it easier. And then I mean, eventually I would like to be able to do maybe I'm a terrible cooking show. Watch me burn macaroni and undercook it in a single fucking moment.
I kind of did that with stuffing. We had a Friendsgiving potluck, and I told them I didn't know how to cook stuffing, and they're like, "You're gonna do the stuffing," and I'm like, "Okay, but I don't know how to do it." And then I did it, and like, you know how sometimes stuffing is soggy and sometimes stuffing is dry? Well, I managed to get it both dry and soggy at the same time. Go me! I told them it was going to be a bad idea. I don't know how to cook stuffing. I never did it before.
Imagine biting macaroni and cheese, and some of the pieces are crunchy, and some of the pieces are spongy. That did that.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Part of stirring and
probably.
Still.
I probably missed a thing, you know. Way it goes.
Not make the Jello.
I'm not a cook. I'll learn to cook eventually. Like once I get out of here, I'll learn to cook some stuff. I know how to. I cook the basics. Like I used to do sausage and spaghetti and like pastas are easy to do, like basic pastas and stuff. So it's like, I did a lot of that stuff.
To do rice and stir fry and soup.
No, I've never done stir fry, but I can definitely make some rice and cube some steak and just mix it in. Then I just add teriyaki sauce. It's not quite the same thing though.
There's gluten-free shoyu. I bought some.
No, but I mean, it's not the same thing as doing it like stir fry is a different way of cooking it. The meat will taste completely different if you do stir fry it versus me baking it or frying it and then cutting in little chunks.
Yeah. That's like my default because that's what I grew up. How we grew up cooking things is I grew up doing stir fry. That's
Interesting.
Just how it is. We did stir fry and rice that's what our meals were.
I like rice, so I wouldn't mind having it with like every meal. Not as every meal, but with every meal.
That is how you do it. Rice, even for breakfast. Like, traditional Filipino breakfast is rice and egg.
I had a roommate who used to make egg and rice for breakfast.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm. It most certainly is.
Why would you eat weird cereal when you could have rice and egg?
Exactly. Hmm.
Gel pen is actually good for making the seed dots, though.
Oh, cool.
Not a Pokemon. That's just the little dots on the seeds.
Your art needs to move up a bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. Oh, I had a salad like 2-3 days ago. It's really good. I like salads.
I love salad. Reds is my favorite salad. I know it's like counterintuitive. You're like, you shouldn't be getting a salad at a barbecue place. And like, yes, you should. It is the best salad.
I used to get like extra lettuce and extra rice in my burrito bowls and call it a salad.
No.
Now they actually do salads, but
I like arugula in my salad.
me too. I don't like. You can take your iceberg lettuce and get the fuck out of here.
I hate iceberg lettuce. Unless it's on a hamburger and you're just putting it in for the crunch.
Nope.
I like it that way.
Because you can put a nice green leaf one in there. Same thing with better taste. I feel like you give me some. You can give me. If you give me fucking iceberg lettuce in my sandwich, the iceberg lettuce or my burger, the iceberg lettuce is just an detract to how awesome the sandwich tastes.
I like the crunch. If it's crunchy, if it's soggy, then it's no good. But I like the crunch.
I prefer spinach, baby spinach, or arugula, or romaine lettuce.
I mean, I like the flavor of baby spinach, but I want the crunch in a burger.
There's no crunch about baby spinach, to be fair. Yeah. Tried kale. Interesting.
They sell kale chips at Trader Joe's, but
I hate kale.
I like their broccoli chips. Those are good.
Kale wasn't my thing.
I'm not too big on kale either. But there's this one plant that my auntie grows. I forgot what it's called, and she puts it in her mung bean stew. And well, it's not available in the grocery stores. I forgot what it's called, but she just grows it. So, like,
Right.
she's like, kale would be the best closest substitute to that in a stew. And I'm like, well, yes, if it's in a stew, I could see putting the kale. I should make pork stew. It'd be good with the mungo bean. Mungo bean.
Lima bean, no, it was Charlie Sheen, Ben Vereen, shrink to the size of a lima bean.
Yeah, but this is mung beans, which are smaller than lima beans.
Well, okay, whatever. That's one of my favorite random Tiny Toons gags that just stuck in my head.
Is that from Tiny Toons?
Yep.
Okay.
It's when Brain gets the magic wand or whatever, magic. Whoever.
Like, I know it's from something, but I didn't know what it was from.
The other thing is two things. The Looney Tunes cartoon movie, summer movie thing. They do like hold the breath in the tunnel, and they like, and like Porky passes out and shit, practically, and it's just really funny. And the other one is they're watching a movie, and the THX sound starts playing. It's like boom. The audience is now deaf. And then Plucky jumps up and goes, "The lights are dimming!" And whatever reason, that whole sequence is just in my brain. And the way he says the lights are dimming is something I quote randomly. Goya beans, never heard of this. Yeah, it's like my brown beans, sort of like those are.
A bean.
Like refried beans. Baked beans.
Oh, there was a brand. Charlie Sheen, Ben Vereen, shrink to the size of the lima bean.
I feel that, Michael.
Morality, turn. Tell us the lesson that we must learn.
I remember that too. Michael, the texture thing, that's how I am with yogurt. I can't do yogurt. The texture of yogurt really makes me gag. I love cakes. I hate pies.
Love pie and cake.
That's not true. I like banana chocolate pie or something,
What about
But-
pumpkin?
No,
Oh wait, you don't like pumpkin,
not at all.
right?
When pumpkin pie spice season comes around, it's all y'all. I don't want any.
What about apple pie spice? Would that
No.
be cool? Oh. Gingerbread!
No.
No?
I'm not a fan of gingerbread cookies. I'm a picky eater. I'm okay with it. Only with certain things.
Okay.
You want to marry a triple chocolate peanut butter cheesecake? Yes, please. Sign me up.
I'm gonna eat your spouse. You like that? Apple cider. How about apple
Need to
cider?
move the art to your right. There you go. I like apple cider. And now you move the art to the left. You move the camera. You move the camera after you move the art. Yeah, I like apple cider. I like, what is that stuff? Sparkling,
Yeah, I like that stuff.
like
Martinelli's.
Canada Dry. What is that? Ginger ale.
Martinelli's. Oh, ginger ale. Remember that one time we all pretended to get drunk off ginger ale?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was fun.
We were silly kids.
We were. But it was so fun. That was high school. We did that more than once, actually. I think one of them was my birthday party when I turned 17. Okay. What do you think? Think it's done?
I don't know. You're the artist.
I think it's done. Wait, I need more shadow down here.
Yay, I'm no longer drowsy also. I told you the evening works.
Yeah. Where can I put my signature? You're really good at finding spots.
On the stalk above his head.
This one?
Yep, near the top
Okay.
of the stalk.
Okay. What's today?
2021, 9/28. 9/28, 2021.
Thank you.
No problem.
Done.
You did it!
I did.
Hooray!
Right. All right. Now what should we draw? I like it.
I think it's great. Let's see here. You're no longer drowsy too. Well, that's good. I don't like jelly donuts. I like Boston cream donuts though, which are like the banana custard inside the chocolate covered regular donut. So good.
I believe I have stated that my favorite jelly donuts are voodoo donuts because they are shaped like little people and you stab them. And then they ooze. It's very filling. There's a video of me and Sam eating voodoo donuts somewhere. I can't remember. I think either Glenn took it or Eddie took it. And we're just basically sitting there stabbing the donut with pretzels. But I prefer Boston cream too. Ooh, but apple-filled is very good. I've had apple-filled donuts. I have to stand up again because my leg is really bothering me today.
Okay, you do that. No worries.
I'm doing that. I really like my belly.
I'm nowhere near the city, Angel, so no voodoo donuts. I don't even have Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kreme. It's just like a building that says donuts on it.
Unfortunately, donuts are not something that are mailable either. Although they have gluten in them, so.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a store in Seattle.
What's a store in Seattle?
Yeah, Voodoo has a gluten-free one. You're right.
Oh, yes, Voodoo does have gluten-free ones. I forgot about that.
Voodoo Donuts is a store in Seattle. World famous.
So,
People line up, and it sells out in minutes.
it's also in Oregon and at Universal City Walk.
Fuck those. They're not the original.
Well, I'm not going to be going to the original one because I'm stuck here and there's a pandemic.
True.
Actually, I might go visit my mom in November. My sister, who she's been living with for 2 years,
Yeah.
or who's been living with her for 2 years, decided to move to Colorado. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that why you were there?
No.
Oh.
No. I was there for my grandmother's 90th birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Damn. How's she doing?
But good. She gets tired easily.
She's 90.
Yeah.
I mean, who blames her?
Well, I mean, but she really loved having us visit. And she went to the museum with us, and she said she didn't get tired out, which is good. But also, she had a nap in the car. we made reservations at this one restaurant that sells elk burgers, which were amazing.
Oh, I love the elk burgers. So good.
So we took the kids to a park while we were waiting because the earliest reservation we could get was 7:15, and so Kay and R were just running around like crazy, and so she and Glenn had a nap in the car while they played in the park, and then we went to the restaurant, and then we had our elk burgers, which were yummy. But we also took her to a botanical garden. She loved that. We cooked dinner. Me and my sisters did her birthday dinner for like, it was like 20 people. So
Wow.
lots of cooking.
No, I have
And
not.
then,
Did not hear about WotC announcing D&D 6. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, then while we were there, my sister's husband has been looking for another job because he's been working for his cousin, and that hasn't been working out very
Yeah,
well.
working for a family rarely works out.
Well, he's gonna be working for more family. But my cousin, my uncle's oldest son, he has a farm, and Rufus has enjoyed doing like farm work before, because my mom also works on a farm.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, he's saying he needs more help, and Rufus is needing a job, so they're gonna go stay with him, and he's gonna work
That's cool.
for, yeah. Plus, there's a horse that they can ride.
Mm.
Alright, I need to draw something else, because we have time.
Start doodling. You only have 45 minutes, so.
Suggestions that I'm gonna completely disregard.
Turtles. Ooh, excuse me. Spooky turtles.
What kind of turtles?
Spooky ones.
Spooky turtles.
Yep.
Oh, oh, I was gonna draw this guy.
Yeah, you were.
I were. Let's see how it comes out.
Take it easy, Angel. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us.
Enjoy your show and lunch.
Yes. Mm.
Gonna put away my soul. It's spooky season. It's good time for fall. Sketching. Let's see how we do.
I'm gonna go see if I have any mail. I will.
Okay. I lost my glasses. Where did you go?
Oh no! Alright, right back.
Okay.
Wow.
Draw circle first. Circle. Line. Holes. Styracosaur. Styracosaur. You love to draw Styracosaur.
Okay. So, mail hasn't been gotten because my dad had to come early because he wasn't feeling well, and my mom went and got blood drawn.
Oh.
So she's going to get the mail on the way home. Well, she'll probably be home after we're done.
Did you ever get your postcard that I sent you like twice?
Yeah, I got that postcard finally. Sorry. Forgot to tell you. I did get it. Thank you very much. The first one never came up. Or, because you mentioned, I think, yeah. You mentioned the first one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one never came, but that one came.
There was, I had to redo a bunch of postcards because they just didn't go anywhere.
It just happens, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Postcards
Or
are like
they-
such a low priority for most people. Like, I understand why they sometimes get forgotten.
Well.
I got my refund. Accidentally bought something I already owned.
Oops.
Yeah, but you know what that means?
Wanting to buy something else?
I'm buying that fucking mirror right now.
Yay!
Because that's what I was waiting for, the money to go through. Because I actually still had something on pre-order. Oh, shit. No. We're using PayPal. I was like, oh, shit, what's going on? Oh, no, that's right. I was like, wait, never mind. I haven't used my card on the site in forever, so the card is wrong. I was like, this is not a valid card. And I was like, oh, this is like an old card. And I realized I need to use my PayPal.
Oh, it's not a skull.
What?
It's just a cute. It's not a skull. It's just a cute styracosaur.
Yeah, whatever.
Somehow.
Place order. Everything's good.
Actually, it's gonna be Triceratops. Maybe. I might not finish this one.
Place my order. 27 is literally the money I got back was $27.
Well, at least you had exactly enough.
I know. It's like fate told me, no, you should order this thing instead.
Totally.
I'm like, oh, you're right. I should have ordered this thing instead. My friend was moving like 2 weeks ago, and so she put a sale for stickers on her site, on her Etsy store, so I bought the stickers from her. Stuck into my book already.
Oh, I had to send you your bat sticker. I have like a pile of things I have to send you, which my cat has knocked over. Oh, ja. I have like a box at this point.
So, yeah. I got this Miss Piggy prismatic sticker. I got this dark crystal prismatic sticker, and I got a sticker of the feminist filmmaker Maya Deren, because the thing that my friend does is like feminist icon filmmakers as stickers. So she's got like Agnes Varda and a bunch of other people that are notable. This is from Severin. That's from Last Shark. Or Cruel Jaws. I can't remember which. I think it's Cruel Jaws. And then all over the front of this is my friend Megan's stickers. I got the butterfly, the drink, this demon head.
Wait, I sent you something.
This crow. What? Huh?
Oh, I was like, I sent you some stickers, but I can't. They were like
Sarah said, Tess, did you ever find that card I sent you?
the back card.
The card. I don't know. She just said the card. What do you want me to tell you?
Like,
You can ask.
are you talking about the fuzzy bat card, Sarah, or are you talking about a different card?
Do 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 do. Diddle don't. Bow 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 bow.
Because if you're talking about the fuzzy bat card, I had to take it down because Ocha kept pulling it down to sit on.
She's like, I want fuzzy butt touch.
I bought my friend a Pennywise pillow for her birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
And I had to buy it now because it's not going to be there in the Halloween store. So Ocha knocked it down, pulled it out of the bag, and sat on it.
So that's you got that from local Halloween store?
I got it from Spirit. It was inside the Spirit.
Nice. My latest acquisition is this Stay Puffed mini mask.
Oh.
Just a nice box and stuff. So it's as if it's a box of marshmallows. It's just but it's not marshmallows.
That's
just
cute.
a little mask. Yeah, it's cute.
That's cute.
I have a Slimer mask that I already had the Slimer mask, which is right here. Which is presented like a cereal box. So I'm trying not to buy like things for fandoms that I already have a bunch of stuff for, because I already have a bunch of stuff and I want to represent other fandoms. But like I had to get the companion piece to my Slimer mask, you know?
Cards.
Sarah said yes, the bat card.
Yeah, I took it down and I put it with my other cards because Oach kept sitting on it. Knocking it all and sitting on it.
Chewing on, probably not looking. she's a cat.
Pussy on. My mommy loves it, which means I'm gonna sit on it.
Yeah, I like those masks, Mike, but I just like have nowhere to like display them. The only masks I really desperately want are the Halloween 3 masks. I want the witch, the skull, and the pumpkin. But like that's all I want. I'd settle for like some maquettes or like maybe a statue. Well, for me, there's not like I don't have like an affinity for any kind of slasher films like a lot of people do. I think slasher films in general are really fun, and I have a lot of them in my collection. But I don't have any that are like you know what? I want the Jason mask. I don't really. I have a Jason mask. It's a mini mask. But like I don't know. It's just I'd like to express my fandom on more. I'd rather express my fandom on like more obscure works. No, I know Ghostbusters isn't obscure, but I'm talking about in general.
Allowed to have a couple of mass market fandoms. His favorites. You're loud. Totally loud.
You activated a cat. Oh, Crackles is so cute.
Oh my gosh! Did you send her the video of Crackles attacking your TV, Sarah?
Yeah, she sends me stuff like that all the time.
Yeah, she sent it to me too. It was adorable.
Yeah, right?
Oh, while I have you, Sarah, what time do we want to try and get together on Sunday?
Dun, dun, dun. The question.
We're gonna go to the store.
Dun, dun, dun. The store.
Yeah, the grocery store.
A quest for food.
Basically.
Sustenance must be obtained, or the kingdom will fall. Like, I'd like to get a reproduction container of the stuff from the movie The Stuff. I know you have a couple Myers masks. That's pretty cool. And don't you have a couple of the knives too?
I just want all the dinosaurs.
See, I remember. Oh, you mean you have 10-ish of Halloween knives, or 10-ish knives in general? I meant like ones related to Halloween. Or Friday the 13th. I guess it'd be the machetes in that case. But, yeah. Like, I part of the thing I really like is in, about Halloween 4 and 5, is that he goes from having, like, a normal butcher knife to having a butcher knife that's 2 times larger than any butcher knife you've ever seen. It's a big fuck-off knife. And he stabs, like, a bunch of people with it. My favorite part. Well, and Danielle Harris, because she's awesome. Oh. No machete or butcher knife, but I might get a couple. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 folding knives in my collection. I keep one on my desk right here. This is what I use to open packages. This is my package knife. It's really dull, actually, at this point. It looks pointy, but I've opened the packages with this thing for like 15 years now, and it's dull as shit. It's perfect for breaking tape, though. It's basically a letter opener at this point.
What I usually use for breaking open packages is just a pen.
That works. I've done that before.
Yeah.
I've done it with a paperclip, too.
I never have a paperclip handy, but
Well,
yeah,
I keep a paperclip on my desk to clean my bong, so.
Well, then you would have a paperclip handy.
Yeah. I've opened packaging with it before. Tess, maybe... Oh, Sarah said Tess, maybe 10-ish.
Alright.
I misread Sarah's previous comment thinking it was Michael. I'm so sorry to everybody involved.
I will convey this to the Glen.
Glenn?
He's not home yet. But
The Glenn.
we do have we'll have to get back home earlier because that's trash day and we need to do the trash before we come out there. And all the cat boxes. And there was like 5 cats. So
It's a lot of shit.
it is. We basically have the same amount of cats as people. We have Glenn's parents each have a cat. Glenn has a cat. I have a cat. And then we have Roki. He is our garage cat. Although
Yeah.
apparently he is the back door cat because he doesn't want to be in the garage. And we're like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, whatever.
You're old. You know where you live.
You know where you want to be. It's fine.
Yeah.
If I were gonna get any of them, Michael, I'd get the new Nightmare Claw, 'cause I really like that design. Sorry. You were talking about Loki, the cat.
Oh yeah. Well, because he used to have a little hole that he used to be able to go in and out of the garage, and then my in-laws boarded that up, so now we just let him out because it's not nice to keep him all cooped up in there. It's no fun. It's lonely, and it's dark, and it's hot, or it's cold, and it's boring. He'd much rather sit on the back porch.
Well, good. I just want him to be happy. Sarah says, of course, no problem to your demands.
Yeah, I have to talk to Glenn and see if that's feasible.
Oh.
I really like this Triceratops. It looks cute.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Might make a good sticker too.
Can you do me a favor?
What do you need?
Can you message me postcards, white pen, just so that I remember that I need to go online after we're done and order them?
Done.
Thank you.
No problem. The next, like, thing I probably buy, one of my newer friends just put out her first book of poetry.
What? That's awesome.
And I'm like,
Published through?
it's self-published through, something.
That's awesome. I should do that.
It looks self-published. It might actually not be self-published, I'm just ignorant. But, you know, let's see here. It's, poems range from love, poems about January 6th attack on the Capitol, friendships that blossom, one that fell apart, ballads about murderous ghosts, current events, mental illness, past traumas, and overactive imagination, and present and future joy inspired by the writing of these poems. Like, see, I'm like, okay, I have read so little poetry since, I don't know, in the last 10 years, and I feel like I should reconnect with it a bit. I've been writing a lot more poetry lately. Though, because inspiration comes to me in, like, little squirts, like little Hershey squirts into my brain, it's usually like, here's 7 lines of a poem. No, I don't know any of the others. There's no title. There's no theme. I just wrote some lines that came out of my brain. Because for me, creativity, for me, what it feels like to me is I am stealing someone's lost thought. I didn't come up with this. This idea fell into my head and I wrote it down. These words are someone else's words.
That's exactly how I feel.
These words are someone else's words that I'm channeling.
Flowing out of the air. And if you don't catch it while it's there,
yes,
you know.
And it's fleeting.
Yeah.
You'll be catching it, you'll be like actively typing it out and then you'll just lose it. So that's what happens with me usually. I get as far as I can and then I can't keep up and that's all that gets written.
Gotcha.
If you don't mind LA traffic, we can go later, Sarah said.
I'll have to talk with Glenn and see what works with him. Maybe, like, the problem is he works so late on Saturdays, so it's really hard to do any chores Saturday night. But I'll see if he wants to. I'll talk with him and remind him about that traffic. Are we doing? Are we doing like food first and then getting the groceries? Because if we have refrigerator stuff, We should probably eat first and then grocery.
Michael, yes. Say what you want. Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new Nightmare on Elm Street, but Freddy Krueger, his makeup, and his weapon are all the only good things in that movie. Otherwise, it's just mimicking like the first three movies of the franchise and doing it badly.
Oh. Can you
The
hear me?
remake, yeah, I'm here.
Okay. My left headphone died, but it's cool because I already switched to my right headphone, so I'm just gonna pull the left one out as long as you can still hear me.
No, we can be done whenever you're ready.
No, I did this on purpose because I know they don't last a whole 4 hours. It's just my right ear is a little harder to hear. We only have 24 minutes left.
Yeah, like I said, we can end a little early. That's fine.
No, I'm working on this really cool Triceratops.
Okay.
Don't
Okay. Hey.
She's so cute. Or she.
Lady. Friend. I forgot you're non-binary. Am I allowed to call you lady? Is that okay with you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Some people don't want that. Some non-binary people don't want that. Like I like female pronouns and they them. There's a few others, but they're not for everybody, so I don't talk about them in public. They're actually pronouns I reserve for people who are special in my life.
I do she, they, so like
I'm
she
weird
is
like
fine.
that.
I'm like you said, where like most of the time I feel female, but some of the times I just don't.
Yeah, sometimes I don't feel like anything.
Yep.
I'm a robot. I feel like an android, like devoid of soul. It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing. I'm working through it.
You're a work in progress.
Oh, let me spin. There's Tessa's info.
Something really weird is when I have dreams where I'm like a person in my dream, like 60 or 70% of the time I'm male in the dream, but I'm never like feeling specifically male when I'm awake. I'm
interesting.
a male in the dream.
So
also,
for me, sorry, I didn't hear that. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, some of the times I'm like not anything, and some of the times I'm a tree. So
that's kind of cool.
It's so cool to be a tree.
I like for me, as for years, I would dream in black and white, and it was always other people.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this lady who kept showing up, and showing up, and then one day, I came out and I accepted myself. Now the dreams are in color, and I'm the lady. And I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool. That's pretty darn awesome.
Brain was being cool. Usually it's not very cool, so.
I'll see multiple people at the same time in my dreams, so I don't know what that means, but
I know people who are multiple people right now.
Hello! We are doing a super cute gun film.
Hi, Glenn!
Elise says hi, Glenn.
Yay.
I finished my Skelly.
I think you're working on it.
What do you think?
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It does.
That's because I put green and yellow on the skull so that it is reflecting.
Perhaps you have the chance the whole drive home.
Oh, cool.
Take that photo, get the kids on road slide.
Yes, she's the texture. You know, like I have texture problems with yogurt too. Hello?
Yeah, no yogurt for me because of the texture, exactly. I can eat sour cream, but like I can't eat some of those kind of like that kind of viscous liquid usually. Puddings can be hard for me too. Just depends on my mood. I do like a good pudding.
About puddings, and you're talking about Elise, and my brain is confused.
I'm sorry. What was he saying about me? Do I have to stab him?
No. He was just saying that he was just telling me the things that he heard because he could see the video, but he wasn't getting the audio.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Feel
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's. What's up?
You remember those little tiny like chicken nuggets in costumes, McDonald's toys that McDonald's has in like the 90s?
Hold on. Is it here? I have one somewhere around here.
Yeah. So someone
Yeah.
in one of the art groups that I'm in on Facebook is making tiny ones as earrings, and they're so cute.
Oh my god! I need a link to whatever store those are at.
I will have to.
I'll probably turn it into a necklace. But my point is, I want it.
So I don't forget, because I will forget if you
All right.
do not send me a reminder.
McNugget earrings lady. Rock and roll McDonald's. A rock and roll McDonald's.
McDonald's is bad for you, but it is a huge portion of my childhood, and therefore it takes up the same space in my brain as Disneyland.
Just singing Wesley Willis music. Don't mind me.
Okay, I never mind you.
Aw, I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. I appreciate you too. We're so sappy.
Well, I'm high. I'll get real fucking sappy.
Like, alright, the frills. This I don't know how to make frills look.
What?
I'm talking to myself. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I want to do it that way. That way is how I want to do it. I'm trying to sketch out, like, where I want the frills to be. And I'm like, I don't remember how to do that.
Frills.
I got frills, they're multiplying.
Frills.
Frills! And I'm losing control. Yo, I am not a springboard.
ZZ. Hello, kitty. Hi, ZZ.
Oh, it's not gonna hold it up. I've hold it up.
Hi, ZZ. You're so pretty.
Bye. Okay, leave now. Okay, bye-bye. Ah. Going back now.
She was having none of that shit. She's nope.
She hates being on the camera. It's so funny because Ocho loves to talk to people, and Zizi's like, "No, it's humans. Yeah, wait, I'm the human. Not the human." Do not bother each other. You are fine.
I yelled at the cats too.
You're like, I want to sit where you are, and I want to sit where you are, but you can't also sit here.
They're peaceful and they're laying all over each other in a giant cuddle puddle. And it's
My
like,
cat.
oh,
Not your
they do it when you're not home. They don't want to get seen.
Ocha hates other cats. She 100% hates every single other cat ever. Like, ZZ was trying to give her a bath yesterday, and she was like, "No, don't look at me." And I'm like, "Ocha, you stink. Let her wash you." They have resorted to using pet cleaning wipes to wash Osha because she's just not bathing herself because she's old and it's hard to move. And I'm like, life would be so much easier for everybody if you would just let Xiomara groom you. But she's like, no, I want to make life difficult on all of us.
I like when cats groom me. I think it's cute. I know
I
it's a
think it's
term of endearment too. It means they like you.
Yeah, but yeah, Zizi keeps coming up to her and trying to lick her, and she's like, "Go away, you monster!"
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world. It's a quote from a video game.
Oh, well, that video game is monstrous.
Well, he's guy killing Dracula saying that to him, so.
Oh. You know what? Now that we have transfusions, maybe Dracula doesn't need to eat blood.
He hasn't needed to eat blood for a while.
And why are we attacking Dracula?
Because it has to be. I mean, he has. The problem is it has to be from a warm source, fresh, because it changes color immediately and loses like a lot of stuff. So that's why he tries to kill people, like by commanding them, making them enslaved.
So it's a power and control thing.
Oh, I mean, Dracula's like just a parable for sexual assault and abusive relationships. Rape, very specifically rape. Because, like, he commands you to fall in love with him. So, or he, like, commands supernaturally for you to fall in love with him, and then, like, you can't do shit. And I'm like, that's rape. Because you didn't consent to that. It's not the same thing. Like, there's literally a She-Hulk comic about this. There's a superhero, I think it was a supervillain at one point, but he has the ability to project feelings into people's heads, and he was put on trial for multiple counts of rape because he did it frequently. He was a womanizer. And, yeah. I thought that was, that's a good point. That character was, like, his power was people would fall in love with him.
Can be surprisingly insightful sometimes. Like, it's surprising only because you're not expecting that. I don't know. But yeah, comic books can be really insightful. Angle of a dinosaur before, like straight on frontal angle of a triceratops. I'm really happy with it. Are you still there?
I'm muted to myself, but like.
Oh, okay. I was like, did something happen to my
I was just saying, like, oh, I finally have an idea I want for a tattoo.
Oh, what's
I
your
want
idea?
to put the inscription from the entrance of Moria, excuse me, on my lower back as a tramp stamp, which is, of course, the Elvish phrase for "speak friend and enter," which I thought, and I want to get it in demisexual flag colors because I thought that's the most like perfectly demisexual thing ever. You cannot enter this place unless you are friends minimum. So that was I want that, and I want it in demisexual flag colors. Maybe I want it on a demisexual flag. I'm not sure.
I like that.
And then I want to do a power button on the back of my neck. When I go to New York to visit my friends Angie and Chloe someday, Chloe does poke and stick tattoos, which is just where they poke, but she dips it in the ink and pokes you with the stick. Keeps doing it that way. It's like a manual way. It's used for like simpler stuff. It's like just like an old school way of like doing tattoos. But it's like one of her hobbies is it's tattoos done that way, and so I stick and poke tattoos. So I'm gonna have her put a power button in the back of my neck, since it's a very simple symbol.
And that's how we turn you on?
That's how you turn me off.
Oh.
Put me to sleep. It puts me in sleep mode. And no, Purple Man was not who I was talking about. I was talking about Star Fox, the character Star Fox from the Avengers, whose power is literally to make people fall in love with him. And he went and got put on trial for that.
I want that power because then how would I know if someone actually liked me?
Oh, I know. I mean, the problem is you have to think, like, one of the reasons why I had no problem being unattractive is that I know when someone loves me, they love me. I imagine a lot of traditionally attractive people probably have a fear that maybe the people only like them because they're hot. Because people do that shit, especially dudes. But that being said, it is what it is. Anyway. Purple Man is different, though. Star Fox's was all through hormones, and like he can make himself smell in such a way that you would fall in love with him. Is the idea.
So it doesn't work if you have a cold?
I don't think it has anything to do with actually breathing things in.
You can't smell it, it can't affect you.
It goes into your nose, even if you can't smell it. It doesn't magically just stop going in your nose. You just stop being able to smell it, but it's still happening. It doesn't matter once it goes into your brain. Your brain knows exactly what it is, so it doesn't matter how congested you are.
Well, plus, if you're not breathing anything in,
you're dead. You die. And if you're dead, I don't think it's trying to seduce you. You're always breathing things in, whether your mouth is open or closed or not.
What if you're wearing a mask?
Do you die when you wear a mask?
No, but
okay, then there's your answer.
It stops certain things.
But it doesn't. Not that. Yeah, wasn't like one of Shizor's people or whatever. That was the bad guy from Shadows over the Empire. Of the Empire, excuse me. Oh.
Yay.
Ah.
Now.
Gotta wrap it up. We have 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll save coloring it for next time.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm taking a nap after this, I think. I think I had time to take a nap before my movie date with my friend. We are watching Idle Hands, which is a zombie comedy from the 90s. It's one of her favorites. So, like, sure, I'll watch anything with you, first of all. Basically, if I asked you to watch a movie, if you're one of the people I've asked, you can pick whatever movie you want. I'll watch it. Like, I'll watch anything once, most things twice.
It would be deer in headlights moment, because I wouldn't know what to pick.
That's why you just pick a bunch of things, and then I roll dice. It's pretty fucking cool.
Yay.
Like, I can't pick just one. Good. Choose 10, 15, 20, whatever you want. I'll just choose randomly from it.
It has to be something I have a copy of.
No.
Or on Netflix?
No. I can just broadcast.
Oh.
With this, because I can do this button and open up this as an example. I opened up a screen share as an example. I'm gonna turn it off real quick, but I can do that for any streaming service. I have access to. I pay for Shudder, half of Netflix, quarter of Hulu. I pay for. I had my Amazon Prime paid for. That's due up in November. That was a gift from somebody. and I feel like I'm missing one. Shudder's my favorite though. I love Shudder so much. I want to be an affiliate of Shudder, and I want like my own affiliate code. And then what I want to do is maybe what I would do is maybe once a week do a stream event where we watch something that's on Shudder specifically.
That's cool.
Yeah. But
how do you get to be an affiliate of Shudder?
Shudder has to contact me.
Oh, I have to contact you.
I'm sure it works on both those people, Michael. They
started
breathe.
coloring
If they breathe, gotcha. You have a single speck of skin nothing touches. Gotcha. Vader and Palpatine just making out, rubbing crotches on like R2 units, which are just sadly beeping. Brrr. Brrr. Like my job was not supposed to be teabag robot.
What are we talking about again?
Prince Shizor using his pheromone power to get Vader and Palpatine to make out with each other.
Oh.
And making jokes about what that would look like. Anyway, it is time to go. I am drowsy.
Okay, you go have a nap.
I had a nap, no worries. Oh, I love everybody. I hope to see you tomorrow. There's 100% going to be a Couch Tomatoes movie chat at 8 p.m. Pacific. We have a lot of movies, 3 or 4 weeks worth of movies to talk about. And we'll be talking about the brand new series Midnight Mass that was dropped on Netflix. That was so good. And so, yeah. Stay tuned. Oh, and Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, I am doing a co-stream with my friend Joss as we continue to play Rogue Legacy. Not Rogue Legacy. What is the game called? Gunfire Reborn. It's like Rogue Legacy in that it's a roguelike. So you only have one life to get as far as you can, and you can unlock abilities and stuff. Zizi. Hi, Ziomara. Hi. So yeah, that's it. And we will see you next week for some more of this. Probably a few less movies. Probably 2 drawings because you got to finish the other one, and then you'll probably start another one. So
Yeah.
that's how
Finish
it's
up
been.
this guy and then start something new.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you. I am
Bye.
sorry, everyone, for being drowsy. My meds hit me really hard today. Bye.